Hello?
Testing. 1, 2, 3. All right, I did hear
Okay,
it
yeah.
on video or on the stream, actually.
Yeah, I
Yeah, on the
actually
stream.
heard it.
All right,
Great.
cool. We're good.
Okay,
Hey, look at that. Awesome.
okay, well, how did we get on this assignment, Rubai?
I don't know. It's just we started. We got in the lab. We were like, we should cast a premiere game together, and here we are. Look at
Yeah,
that.
but who signed off on it? Like, who actually allowed this to go through?
I don't know. I feel like it was just something that like everybody collectively like didn't really want to see happen, but nobody really had the courage to try and shut it down. So it's just like we're here now and we're having a good time. So that's what matters.
We are having a very good time. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a very good matchup now, AVI HG, and I think we're gonna go straight into bans because the teams were. Against, I mean, laugh all you want, right, about UPS, having Prem goo or whatever, but I mean that's a solid Prem team, right? Like, and
Well, I
HG have
mean, any
destroyed.
any premier team that has Kando on it is going to be a solid premier
Yeah,
team, right? So definitely no slouches over at UPS. HG
y-
can be happy about that win.
yeah. I'm curious about this Vertigo pick, man. I'm a little bit worried about just the map as a whole because I mean it's very clearly on life support in the pro scene, but I am curious to see how both AVI and HG play it because I don't think either team played it once in the regular season. Okay, AVI played.
AVI have played Vertigo once. They
Yeah.
played it against Big Slime, match
Yes.
day 8.
Yeah, I see that
Um,
now, but that was a labored effort of its own.
well, yeah, but it was an absolute just it was Am and Bones throwing nukes at one another on that map. So
Yeah. Well, I told to Kono, I was like, Kono, we need to illegally go under the table and continue our uranium enrichment processes, and he said no. So Bones ran out of ammo to throw back at Am, and of course we know Hawkish is not afraid to commit
Hawkish
Well,
has committed a very large portion of his AVI discretionary spending into their nuclear weapons program, so it's
yes.
sort of unsurprising that AVI came out on top, but a sporting effort from Big Slime nevertheless in their
Is
attempt
that
to
our
build a nuclear arsenal.
is that just our motto from now on? It's just a sporting effort
A
everywhere it goes.
sporting effort, well, when it comes to trophy winning, sure, why not?
That would imply that we have like succeeded at some point, though.
Well, sporting effort sort of implies that, it didn't actually the intended outcome did not come to fruition,
Oh,
so
that's okay. This year's our year, man.
are we
Listen,
sure about that?
we don't play in a stadium, okay, where the sun shines down on us. All right, all of our players have window curtains.
Look,
So
all I'm saying is I see two big slime teams that have been ranked number one in power rankings, and
dude, that's
I'm
all
still
it
not
is.
confident that Big Slime is going to end up with a trophy at the end of the
Dude,
season.
that's never a good thing when you're ranked first in the power rankings. Let me just tell you
Yeah,
that
no,
right
front runner.
now.
Big Slime notoriously has front runner syndrome. But anyways, getting back to the matchup, some notable storylines for this one include Zim potentially getting in 4 seasons his first playoff win.
Yes.
So, for some context, Zim has put up a pretty respectable 1.03 rating with the Owls in Premier, and consider the fact that he was a direct promo from Chally the last season that he played. That's something to be happy about. And Zim is known as being a very good entry rifler, but 4 seasons of play yet to capture a playoff win. So it's going to be interesting to see if the nerves from continually losing in playoffs are going to impact anything today. I don't think it will personally. I think Zim's got that dog in him, but you never know.
Yeah, I think Zim's a solid player, right? And I think the more important thing is he's never, or on all the teams that he's been playing on beforehand, right? Like it's either he wins the game or like he wins a map outright, right? Or it's just not good enough. Um, and with Am, with Bingus, with Quattro on the sticks, like I don't think that same pressure is there. You know what I mean?
True.
Obviously, he puts
True.
pressure on himself to perform at a high level. He wants to play well, like he wants to do well, right? But like it's a lot different than saying like I need to go crazy, like I need to go insane to win this game versus like I understand the team around me. I understand my role in the system. I understand what positions I need to play in order for us to win. Um, and like not being forced into like basically main character syndrome probably I mean, it does well for a lot of people, right? Like just
True.
having that weight off your shoulders, knowing you can trust your teammates, just mechanically speaking, not necessarily from like a team standpoint. But um, no, I think if there's one team to break it, it better be this one because it's kind of hard to beat Am and Bingus um,
True,
in
true. Two of
Prem.
the best players in Premier right
Yeah,
now. So just for reference, Am is the number one rated player in Premier right now. So obviously we'll be picking up that MVP or not MVP. Well, yes, MVP award at the end of the season since he's captured that highest rating. And really, there's not a lot of company when it comes to the highest rated players in the tier outside of Am and Bingus, right? Because
yeah,
the top three rated players at Premier right now are Am, Kando, and Bingus, and then we gotta go a little bit of a length down to find an HG player. So definitely AVI has some individual star power in their
yeah.
favor.
I think the thing for HG, right, is that Slimy is back, Philippek is back. These were the two players that won that Prem trophy last season.
True.
Um, and there's been not a lot of reasons to doubt that two-man core, especially when they add Jame out. Like here comes Moose coming promoted up, here comes Wu getting promoted up, right? Like on paper, this was a solid roster, and you saw it, right? Like they went 6-0 through that like first half of the season. And sure, there were a couple of close games, namely the one against AVI, right? But
Hmm.
I think that was the week I did the weekly drop for Prem, and I was just like, who is going to beat this HG team, right? Like, what the
Yeah.
hell? Like, someone stopped
Yeah.
them. And okay, then everyone ended up stopping them, right? Like,
Yeah.
typical, it was like,
Typical
who?
Starly Jinx.
Yeah, well, this,
Classic.
I mean, I have supernatural powers in this league. Like, I just wave my hand or something, and it just works. Except when I want to
Not
win
in
my
the ways
finals.
that you intend,
I mean,
certainly.
not when I want to win. That's the only problem. But um, HG come in on a skid, right? Like we talked about the series with UPS, like able to claw out a really close, tight win against that good team. is HG going to be able to keep that momentum going forward to defend their belt, right? You look at the Prem standings across the board this season, everything's pretty close, right? I think OS got the second seed off of conferences, and I think they were 6-4. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that's correct.
so like, every team in Prem that is in the playoffs is within like 1 or 2 wins of each other. AVI's being like the exception, but like even then, they're only 7-3. It's not like they ran away with the tier at 9-1 or 8-2. Um, and this AVI team has bled before. They're not
True.
infallible. Like losses to HG, lost to Gas, lost to Cow, which are weirdly enough the two teams not in playoffs, I believe.
Yep.
So maybe AVI is just really good against top six, but um,
I mean, it also could be a case of AVI, they start off the season with a great record and they're like, look, we have a little bit of runway to try some new stuff out. We don't necessarily need to play to win every single match because, obviously getting a first round bye is great. And they did accomplish that to their credit. But they, since they had such a great start to their season, they didn't have a lot of pressure. So
yeah,
understandably could be the type of situation where they just wanted to try new stuff out and it didn't work out. So,
totally possible. Okay, Rubai, we've got the 3 maps. Like let's start jinxing. Okay,
ooh, okay.
I let's start on. I think we're Dust 2 first, right?
We are Dust 2
Or
first.
Dust
That's
2 first.
correct.
Like it with Anubis being the decider, this map is really kind of like a 50-50 flip.
I think it'll be a 3 mapper that AVI wins. I think what will happen is I think HG will take Dust 2. I
Oh,
think AVI will win Vertigo, and then they will win Anubis.
how many
And
rounds? Okay, if we go the distance, right? How
yeah,
many rounds does AVI need on CT Anubis? Because
ooh,
HG is, like I said, 70% round win percentage on it, and I think surprisingly, oh no, they started T side. Yeah, they started T side on both of them, I believe.
um, I don't know. I think it's like a minimum of 4. I would say it's just the standard fare. I think it's a minimum of 4 rounds to have like a quote unquote comfortable CT side on that map. Like I don't think that AVI or any team, not just AVI. I don't think any team here needs to necessarily go above and beyond on their CT side, right? Because I think both through the regular season and through the first round of playoffs, I think both teams have proven to have a good recipe for success. And once they can sort of get into the rhythm, it's they can start to cook. So I don't think it's necessarily a you know, teams have a specific different win condition. I think it will be, can these teams just harness the playoff energy and get the rounds that they should be getting. So
We talked a lot about AM. We talked a lot about Bingus coming in. Is there anyone you're looking to on HG that like needs to step up in a big way in order to make this series competitive and swing back in like HG's favor?
I think that I think it's going to be Philippek, honestly, for HG that really has to be a big factor here. I think it was mainly watching that series that they played against UPS, how Phil basically just completely took over towards the latter stages of that series and really made it possible for HG to win. Because in their map wins, Phil went absolutely massive. And I think that it is for HG, it is sort of a more like any given day where anybody can step up because there are some like big playoff players in here. Like Moose, Philippek, Slimy are all trophy winners, right? J-Mao has been with HG for a very long time. So I think it doesn't have to be Philippek, but I think if Philippek steps up, it's going to be very, 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 very difficult for the AVI to just sort of run away with things. I think he's going to give HG a couple of rounds that just completely get them back into the game if they're down.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested because Quattro or well, LeBron has been opping a little bit for AVI, but AVI does not have like the dedicated op presence, so to speak, compared to HG. But we're gonna have to hold off on that. I think we're going into map 1 now. And we are back on the sandy shores of Dust 2. HG storming out launching multiple players. And an early gush here as Zim
Ooh, a little
finds
team damage.
yeah, a little love tap. But here comes HG surging up one, and well, it's 1 for 1 so far. Am's gonna look to hold the line on site. Can't quite do it. Wu takes him out. 3v4 now as the Owls attempt to retake it. Slimy with a beautiful backstab onto Bingus. Not expecting that, and now 2 players isolated on Cat. It's 3 Ts, and this is not going to work out here. Jogan gets 2 to start, but Moose cleans up the trash.
Yeah, I mean, that's just sort of a cookie cutter run for HG there. AVI sort of give them all the space that they want because they get, some pretty clean trades out front of the A site. Slimy with a good timing in mid to catch the rotations, and it becomes very simple. It's all in the trade game.
Yeah. I wonder if AVI, so that's obviously the pistol, right? Like, I'm not going to try to infer too much off the gun round of it, but I do wonder how often AVI is going to play no one lawn.
Oh no, a team knife in spawn. That's brutal. I mean, it's fine. It's pistol round, but that's tough. Sorry, what was your earlier question since we're on
I
this
was just
eco?
dude, I was just wondering if AVI is going to give a lawn consistent. I don't think they will, right?
No,
But,
I don't think they will either. I think they'll play for it.
yeah, but it is just curious to me to see how that plays out. Oh, well.
Ooh, dunked on. J-Mao. Gets the
dunked
nade
on
kill.
Mama.
Looks like HG are transposing this into a cat take here, which is the good call because the last 2 AVI players are on B, and yeah, Phil's just going to be able to clean up these last 2 pistols here. No biggie here. Gets the flash. Full white. A little bit of a awkward spray, but Slimy cleans it up, and HG get a clean pistol conversion.
Yeah, spraying with the glue doesn't count. It doesn't have a
True,
head.
true. Fraudulent gun.
So Philipek lands a beautiful one-tap with the help of Slimy to guide his aim. And yeah, HG cleaned it up nicely. So I'm curious now to see what the lawn hold looks like out of AVI. Not a ton of util across the board. Only 1 Molotov, 4 smokes. Actually, no. Was 1 deployed? No. So
no Molotov at all. It looks like it was sold, actually.
yeah, 4 mollies. Or sorry, 4 smokes.
It was probably that the player with the long spawn didn't have the money for it, I would bet.
Yeah. Well,
looks like
HG content to play it a little bit slower now, seeing if anyone from the Owls gets a little over-aggressive. Bingus was thinking about it, and now Lapuki tucks himself into the lawn door. Philipek adventuring on his side of the doors, but not willing to go through yet, holding the smoke. The refresher will put a dampener on any sort of adventurous spirit Philipek has for lawn.
And it looks like HG are sort of content to get out of top tons here and try to challenge mid. They have good utility for this, so certainly a mid to B split is possible, but there are 2 players on the B site, 1 in mid to contest, so it's not going to be necessarily easy for them.
Oh, and that
that lurch smoke is missed. Okay, Philipek does get the entry, though. They will have to go through the smoke. Hesitant to pop out.
Yeah.
Looks like a player gets picked in upper tons.
Kills. Am barely finds a second with the help.
Okay, but the B side is open. Bomb going out on the B side completely open, and there is a lurker in mid here. Slimy's going to get at least 1, unless they clear this, which they won't. Yeah, Slimy gets 1, and he gets 2. Wow, great round from HG there. Honestly, super well played. Because they just get an open B side off of killing that. They know that the player is sitting by double doors by B, and so they get that pick through mid, and they know that there's only a single side anchor. They trade that player out, and very easy round, and so good lurk timing from Slimy too. That was very sick to just sit in that spot and wait for AVI's rotations to come in through CT.
Don't ever let anyone tell you that utility matters in this game.
Just shoot them. Just shoot them.
If the CT smoke doesn't matter, just spray the Glio through it anyway, take down Bingus, and then just run into the long side.
Yeah, they're not even throwing the long flashes correctly. They're just going out. Ton of Molotov damage that comes out. Am does get 1 with the 5.7, but obviously gets traded out. AVI coming in a rotation along here, but HG are just content to push this. Looks like they're going to get all the way, no problem. But there are 2 scouts in play. I don't think those are going to be a big factor in this round because HG are again getting all the space long. Zim does get 1. This does get interesting. They have 2 players that are one-shot by the scout, but...
And by the Deagle.
Oh, no. Wu gets Am, or Jogan, sorry. This is a 3v1 post plant that is not very doable for Quattro. Yeah, gets tickled by that chip damage on the nade a little bit. I don't think HG really have to worry about too much here. Not exactly a whole lot for Lapuki to work with. God, I hate saying that name out loud. It's just...
There are a lot of terrible names.
It is just like every single Premier player collectively decided to like, let's do the most awkward name for the casters to say out loud.
You think Lapuki is bad? How about Kami's name, man?
Oh, yeah, no, there's some bangers in there, like Warren G farting,
yeah.
Barack Obama in the case of Zim.
Yeah.
But AVI getting another chance here and to get around on the board. Finally, another gun round here. But look, I mean, AVI's first gun round was not super convincing. It was a very comfortable win for HG on lesser weapons. So you got to wonder if they're going to go for some sort of a pace change or if they're going to, change their default setup or something. Because if
Well,
HG get another round, this is going to get very ugly very quick.
and Slimy's brought the off out, so
Yep.
HG's ability to make this ugly has, gone up tenfold with no way to counter up on AVI. It looks like he's going to post up towards lawn here to see if he can't find someone exploring, and Quattro would be that person to explore. Gets smoked off, and, well, Slimy thinks better of it, pushing through. So lawn is safe for now, but without a secondary smoke again. Once this smoke fades around a minute, I mean, lawn is weak. It's just Quattro here to hold it, and I mean, Zim is so far back. He's basically playing the barrels up on A. Bingus now starting to move over a little bit as 3 members of the Marksmen work their way down lower tons. Eerily reminiscent of the first gun round.
I agree, except without the missed mid to B smoke. Although,
Oh.
yeah, AVI are very, very scared of this mid take. They have 2 players posted up. Yeah, Quattro is still tucked over by long doors, but they're going to hear this walk-up cat because they're just straight up running it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zim can't find one at all on site. Phil gets another kill, and yeah, now round over immediately. The last 2 players have to save here. There's nothing for them.
Yeah, that was a very fast cleanup, and I mean, that was a really great timing from HG, right? To
True.
threaten mid with the same idea that you had on the first gun round, and then bait AVI into that boost on CT to catch them flat-footed on cat. It was only Zim really on cat, and I think he was forced to 50-50 between 2 angles. Got a dink onto Wu, but M4 dinks don't get you kills, unfortunately.
Yeah. Gun diff.
Yeah.
I mean, and yeah, that's a like worst case scenario for AVI. Obviously, they'll be able to keep 2 guns, but HG have 5 alive on T side, up 5 rounds. Like they can just start to absolutely steamroll this here.
Yeah. And I wonder if you're going to get an AVI timeout here, because so far the CT hold has been very passive.
Yeah, I think AVI probably will buy into this one because there are 2 guns that can get dropped, and Jogun has full utility.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those guns will get dropped over, so AVI with some semblance of a full buy. Obviously, Zim is going to be on lesser weaponry here, but...
Yeah. But do they get aggressive anyway, right? Like, do we look for a lower tons push some way to contest mid early on, or are we going to keep playing, excuse me, the same default?
I mean, it looks like they're going for more of a long stack here. They're being more aggressive with the long take, but, HE haven't really been going for any early long takes, so it's not necessarily to AVI's benefit.
No. And I mean, look at how far the battle line has been drawn here. There's no one trying to inch up cat. Like, you're behind the mid doors again, not peeking it, afraid of what I would assume is Slimy's op.
Yeah, and look, we're at 125, and look at how turtled AVI are right now. They've given up all of long. The mid player isn't actively contesting. Okay, it looks like they will be reclearing mid, but Slimy trying to get a pick here in upper tons, but Jogan is not willing to bite on that angle. HG going for the long take here. Plenty of space available to them, although the AVI are reacting with pushing up mid, so potentially Zim could be getting a good timing out here if AVI are able to hold this back.
Has Zim been hurt? Someone tossed him on.
Ooh, okay. Jogan and Am get 2. Philippek trades out. 3v3. This gets weird because of Zim's timing. Yeah, Zim gets 1, but Wu gets another. Wu gets 2 here. It's a 2v1 immediately. Zim does have bomb control, so this becomes a weird round.
Yeah.
Lot of util being thrown out, tons of flashes, yeah, and Zim just can't get anything done, completely blind in that round. Well done from Wu there to get
really
the 2 kills on the late side entry too. And look, it's getting really bad because Wu is hit 1600 right now.
Yeah, I mean,
I think AVI are not gonna. I think this is just going to turn into a steamroll here because AVI are going to unfortunately get stuck in some less than optimal buys. Look at the utility here. Zim with no nades whatsoever. Bingus only with a molly. And with how passive AVI have been playing, yeah, I think it's definitely to their detriment because they don't have the utility to go for these early info plays.
and you saw a little bit of the mid-round aggression, right, when Zim sprinted up mid, but... Oh, here comes comes a fight from
Yeah,
Moose.
Moose taking a duel. Smartly decides to opt out of that fight.
Say what you will, but that has been more early round aggression than we've seen in the first 5 rounds combined
True,
out
true.
of Binkit.
AVI are being a little bit more sporting in their attempt this time. But
Well, and
look at that, HG. Ooh, okay, Jogan does get the first kill. And Slimy's completely on an island here. Slimy does
Yeah.
get the 1, and they finally trade out into the B-side player, and all of a sudden it's a 3v2. What happened? Wow. Yeah, Wu gets this. Yeah, no, Wu just gets the second player in rotation onto B, and all of a sudden it's, you know, very much advantage HG here.
And Slimy's holding down tons with the op. Bingus can't cross.
Yeah, well, the
Well,
biggest
okay,
did
all
cross,
right.
but they have the info now. Starly Jinx, classic. Did they see it? They're not aware of the angle. Yeah, no, Wu's not looking at anything right now. Bingus can totally get out on the side, get this kill. Yeah, and Slimy can't do anything. They just have to stick the bomb here. Yeah, grab the kid. Volley it out, round over. Yeah, Slimy can't do anything here. He just has to... Is he still going to contest this? He will contest this, but he's not going to be able to kill because Zim is holding him. Yeah, round over.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a pretty chaotic round there. I don't know what happened in upper tons if Slimy didn't spot the player crossing because Wu just wasn't paying attention to upper tons at all. And that's what cooks the round for them because Bingus is very low HP in closet, so they can just double swing him and kill very easily. So
I would imagine Wu thinks it's probably clean or safe, you know?
yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me as to how Bingus is allowed to cross unimpeded there, at least without even firing a shot, so to speak. That's going to be around HG wants back because J-Mao came into the B bomb site and just absolutely cleaned house after Jogan got 2 to start the round off and a 3v5 and then somehow flipping the script back into a 2v3. You know, how'd that happen?
I have no clue. I have no clue. It's very weird. I think it had to be some sort of a miscom on that upper cross because that was crazy.
Yeah.
That nobody adjusted to that at all.
I mean, HG's still in a really strong spot here, right?
Yeah, for sure. They're not going to be too upset about that one because they have plenty of rounds to work with. But some glimmer of hope for AVI here out of a very well played mid round. And look at this. They already have a player in lower tons. Philipek going for the peak. Does get the opening kill. But a lot of info for AVI here. Ooh, but it doesn't matter because Am can't find that kill. And yeah, HG have plenty of space to work with. So yet another disadvantage situation in the early round for AVI.
Yeah. It's just brutal for AVI because when they play really far back, right, they're getting swept out of under their feet, you know? Like, they can't find a clean fight on the bomb sites, and then you look to make, like, solo pushes for Infer, right? Like, you get into lower tons, and, like, HG's just ready for it. Here comes the pin.
And Jogan is so dead here. Yeah, there's no way he can get anything down there. And, yep, round over again. Okay, but, you know, Zim tries to make this one interesting. Does get 2, but still a very difficult retake. It's a 2v3, Dust 2 B-site retake, which... notoriously one of the hardest bomb sites to retake in this game, and it doesn't look like AVI are really interested in giving this one a look. No, yeah, Zim drops a molly.
I don't think they physically can, unfortunately.
Yeah, Zim just trying to find a lucky spam kill through that upper ton spam, but isn't going to get anything.
Yeah. And I mean, this game is moving, it feels like too fast for AVI.
Yeah.
You know, off of the timeout, call a little bit of aggression, right? Try and get a little freaky, try and get a little, you know, different, right? Go lower tons, peak long late. Both of those attempts rebuffed immediately, right? Like, Philipek, of all people, Philipek is opping, right? And then Wu is just a rock right now. Like, this guy can't lose a gunfight. And he just shuts Am down in lower tons, and now AVI stuck 7-1, and now the economy's in trouble, right?
They're handing the op over to Zim, looks like. So it looks like AVI sort of have like an op by committee kind of setup going on, and I think they're doing it based off of spawns. I would imagine.
Well, Quattro's gonna take. Let's see where he is.
Oh yeah, Quattro has it now. Okay, yeah. So Zim just had it.
So he's gonna fast. Well, no, it's not a fast boost anymore, but he's gonna boost himself up on the cat and leaves Zim just alone on one. Caught crossing, and I mean, not ready for J-Mao, just holding W on him.
And there's no support for Zim either. He's just totally swinging that angle dry with no flash or anything.
Yeah. I think he had a single flash, or maybe that was HG's flash of all things, you know?
Yeah.
Trying to get that timing across, and it doesn't have it from the Dust 2 spawns, and now here comes AVI down a player already, and, you know, this looks like a familiar scene, but Quattro's off, comes through.
Philipek gets one through the smoke.
Yeah. Well,
and Wu gets another side entry. He might get another one too, because Bingus is low. They don't know where Jogan is right now, but... yeah, Slimy catches out Jogan, Bingus is low HP, yep. And these rounds, they feel like they've been moving so fast. HG have been calling circles around AVI right now because they know that they've conditioned AVI a little bit to be scared of like the late mid takes and the late B pops. And so they're not committing as hard along and they just get punished off of it, right? Like just clean flash, clean kill. Nothing you can really say about that.
Yeah.
And AVI had an opportunity to make that round be a little bit interesting because they did get, they did turn it into a 4v4, but then Wu does what he's been doing this whole game, which is just get some excellent side entries and boom, round over again. So not really seeing any signs of life from AVI despite them getting that one round. It's just been more of the same.
And I think the concerning thing, right, is like when AVI tries to go early round aggressive, doesn't work, right? Wu shuts you down. When AVI try and play a deep line back, right, like doesn't work. It's like, what can you do at this point, realistically? I think
Yeah.
you could maybe try like some kind of like a mid-round mid-crunch, right? But HG has really been sticking to the extremities of this map. Early
Yeah.
on, it was a lot of mid-control, and now it's just been 5 people up lawn doors, full on just shoving it,
Yeah.
It's like a B split, right? But even then on the B split, it was really more like a 4-1, where like the majority of players went through upper tons, just shove it in, get it in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, well, if you're not shooting back, like Dust 2 is not exactly the most tactical map out of the bunch,
No.
right? Like if
No.
you can't shoot, and honestly, nobody on AVI can shoot right now. It's like Zim is the highest ADR at 66, if you even want to call it that. Jogan's 7 and 8, but like everyone's very negative.
This is gonna get interesting though because AVI are yeah, no, but Bingus gets picked off by Slimy again and look 4v5 instantly.
On the same cross, mind you. It's like
Yeah.
it's the same spot, and I mean they're gonna overlook Amp here, and so he'll
Yeah.
get one, and then
Okay.
one goes up on a cross, so that's 2. But now he's stuck with the MP9 and immediately shut down by Philippek, and HG is now up a player regardless.
Interesting timing from Zim here though. He could get 2. Does get 1. Ooh, but it's immediately traded out by Slimy. Great shot. They don't have bombs, so Jogan might have an interesting timing here, depending on when Slimy crosses.
Moose is staring at the smoke, though. He's expecting Jogan to cross.
Does get the 1.
Oh, okay. Slimy
Weird.
misses.
Slimy does have a full belt and the op. Can use. Ooh, great peek from Jogan there. Okay. Wow. That was. Look, again, great round. Good time to start getting things on the board a little bit because you were down 8-1, but that just, it feels like another, sort of fluky round for AVI, right? Because it comes off of Zim getting a good timing and long, and then Jogan getting very lucky lurking through that smoke. I think AVI are going to have to get some more rounds of substance here before they can really start to feel confident about this one. But
Well,
good round nonetheless.
yeah, and I mean, the sad reality of it is Dust 2 is not exactly a map, like I said, where it's like you're going to be wowed by the tactical prowess, especially on CT side. Shooters need to shoot, okay? And Jogan woke up, like Zim woke up, right? That crossfire between Quattro and Am was really, really good between Pit and Lawn. Like, that's what they need to do in order to try and get, like, some semblance of a foothold in this game. They really do need the last 2 rounds here, I would say, but it's a building block. It's not a lot of them. It's like the one Lego, or it's like the one Lincoln log your shithead cousin stole from you, right? But I mean, it's better than nothing.
Okay, looks like this is just going to be a standard cat tag from HG here. AVI are not particularly wanting to contest this. And Zim does get 1, or sorry, not Zim. Quattro does get 1, immediately traded up by Wu. And HG are deciding to take this space pretty quickly. They do throw the cat smokes. Yeah, and they're out. Nobody's contesting A site right now. They do have a double long setup.
Well, and here comes Wu, and wow, shut down.
Wow, great shot by Am.
Yeah. Finally, the 1-2-4 player shows some signs of life here, but now it's Binkus and Am stuck in a 2v3, and that smoke is awkward. I mean, I think the cousin took his Lincoln log back.
Okay. Am does get 1, but I mean, this is surely an unlosable round for HG, right?
Wow. Trying your hand at my skill.
Okay, all right. Does get the high HP player. Uh-oh. And there's a smoke down too. Oh no.
He's got an HE. He's got an HE. Moose is gonna frag Am here. He's gonna be.
No, he's not peeking. He's not peeking.
Oh,
okay, but the nade. Okay, right. Ooh, the nade chip damage. Okay, that got weirder than it needed to be.
Yes.
That round sort of gets decided by. I don't even think it was the side entries that time. I think AVI were a little too hasty there on the retake, because Moose on playing that Catler gets 2 pretty easily, which, you know, turns what is maybe a 50-50 post plan into a pretty advantage post plan for HG. So
Well, the problem when you're down 2-8 is that you start swarming to contact, right? And
true,
your,
true.
your protocols, your disciplines start getting a little bit sloppy. You stop thinking about the lurks, because who cares about where the lurk is if you're always down 4v5,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But it's just that kind of desperation play, and I mean, this is...
Speaking of desperation, going for that early,
Yeah.
yeah, AVI just trying to
But,
create an
like,
advantage any way they
but
can.
why would you expect HG to play back, right? When the op has always been posted aggressive in the door frame. If you don't
True.
see anyone there, surely no one's there, and except there's a 3-man welcome party on the opposite side of the doors, and here
Yep.
comes Moose and the rest of the Marksmen just running down mid. Like, there's no way for AVI to get a beat on this team.
Yeah, and, you know, they can just 2v4. Yeah, round over again. Am is in for a 1v4 retake. Good luck with that one. Oh my goodness. Wow, this has just been an absolute stomp so far from HG.
I don't know. It just doesn't inspire confidence. I know AVI's been permabanning Ancient, so like this was probably inevitable, right? But like you do have to worry a little bit for the mental game, right? To make sure that you don't go off the face of your earth, because really,
Oh, for sure.
nothing's going away from AVI, you know.
Yeah.
It's like they haven't been able to really win a single gunfight. They haven't been able to put a ton of like good team play moments together, right? And it's just like, at what point do you just recognize this map as basically a forfeit? It's like, guys, we just got to win 2 in a row, and like we know we're capable of doing that on Vert and then Anubis.
Yeah, and this has been a surprisingly silent map from Bingus here, sitting at 3 and 10 with only 300 damage in the half. So, you know, they're at this point, I think if you're AVI, you're just saying, GG, go next. Let's get this one over with. Let's get the mental together for the next map where we know we're better, and you know, let's, like you said, let's just win 2 in a row, right?
Yeah, and I mean, we talked about it, right? Like Bingus, Am, like number 1, number 3. It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
for sure.
it really doesn't look like it, because
Yeah.
half of Am's kills came on that like 1v3 heroics where before Moose, you know, hand delivered an HE at his feet.
It's like a long take here.
Yeah, well, if it worked for HG, it should work for you too. But I mean, J-Malk trades one back out onto Zim, so it's now a 4v4, and with the player tucked in the cubby, Jogan's holding it. Careful you don't blow your own teammate's head off, and wow, it's not his teammate's head he needs to worry about, it's his own.
Yeah.
Who and Jogan go traded dinks, and I mean, look at the stall now on this bomb. It's not down yet. Bingus finally does clean up Woo in the smoke, and Moose is not exactly healthy. 4v3 now for the Owls as the bomb goes down, and 2 players come up. Cat, Jogan still testing his limits and gets Moose. Someone kill him, please!
Please, I beg you. He's 7 HP. Just one bullet. No, they can't even get him.
Jogan turns on God mode, Matrix mode.
Yeah, Jogan going crazy right now for AVI,
my
doing everything. And keep in mind, this is Jogan top fragging, while on CT side being the B anchor.
Yeah.
So that just sort of speaks to how, you know, AVI's CT side went. But Dust 2, known to be, you know, somewhat of a steamroll-y map, not necessarily when it comes to any particular side, but if you just get cooking on one side, you can, you know, really start to get going. So maybe there is hope for AVI in this one. And great nade from Jogan, just going to shut down the mid-tag from the pistols. AVI looking to get a clean conversion.
Yeah, very shameless agreement between HG and AVI to farm to support damage.
True. Yeah, a lot of fraudulent rating being farmed right here. We're probably, I might talk to Yeti after this game. Hopefully we can get 0.1 rating subtracted from everybody here so that we can have well-calibrated.
There's a match integrity committee now, but I really need like an analytical integrity committee.
Yeah, true. Like we need to investigate, you know, stats players, and we need to really figure out who the fraud baiters in CSC are.
Well, I mean, I think we know that already with or without.
True, we know who the fraud baiters are. Fraud baiters, we see you, we know who you are.
Speaking of fraud baiters, Moose is about to get a big welcome party out on lawn, and wow,
yeah,
shut
blasted
down
by Am.
Yeah, and I mean, does this not look a little bit reminiscent of what HG did to AVI?
I was gonna say, I'm seeing very similar plays here. It's very speedy A-tag. Ooh, wow.
Round over. All right,
hey, look at that. Hey, it's 130. Hey, 32nd round. We're done here. Great job. Well done, AVI. Hey, look. Hey, you heard it right now from me, Rubiat. The comeback starts now. AVI are gonna win this map.
Why would you say that?
Jogan is gonna get 30 kills, and it's gonna be amazing. It's
You
gonna
know
be a
this
sight
doesn't work
to
when you
behold. No,
cast
this
the game,
is
right?
not. No, this is. I'm like the yin to your yang. You have the legendary powers of jinxing. I have whatever I say comes true. Is the counterpoint to that.
Wow.
So
But I mean, yeah, what is there really to say, right? Like just 3 Galils storm out of lawn, take
yeah,
down Moose, right? Like he's caught holding a nade in it, or he got a flash, right? But I mean, it's really hard to face into 3 Galils when you're only got there. And off of that pick, right? AVI smoke off Xbox and just sprint 2 people up CAD, and as the A defenders are trying to organize their fences, their defenses to smoke something, to molly something or whatever, Jogan catches 2 people off guards with a Mag 10 because he's just holding W up the CAD stairway.
yup,
Like the pinnacle of Dust 2 here, and
yeah.
it's I think it is on HG, right, to prove some way, shape, or form that this is counterable. Because I mean, AVI showed us that it wasn't, and
Yeah.
this is HG's pick, right? Like they should understand the map to a deeper level, to a better understanding of it, right? So let's see what their adaptations are for this really fast play, because AVI's again already up lawn fast.
Yeah, and look at this upper push here. They will have a player that's aware of it. Jogan, okay, only gets the 1, but that's fine. He does have the info. It'll all come down to whether or not they can trade evenly on this A take here.
AVI should be careful. There's well, there were 3 rifles with 2 armors. Well, now there's only 2.
Yeah, and that cat smoke really doesn't make this round doable for HG at all. So this probably will be another AVI round win. And yeah, they're already tucking tail to save those 2 rifles again. I will say, as devastating as that CT half was for the Owls, getting these 4 rounds has impact just beyond this map. Like even if AVI don't win this map, they can still, sort of keep their heads held high a little bit. Like, okay, we started to get things together by the end of the map, so let's keep that same energy into,
And
moving into
And this is not a
Vertigo.
situation, right, where like AVI had the lead and then choked it. This is
True.
AVI fighting back, right? Like you said, AVI showing some signs of life. It's like, guys, we're running at them like, dogs off our leashes. It's like, this is just how CS2's got to be played, right? Like, let's just keep doing it on, especially on Vert, especially on Anubis.
Yeah, for
More
sure.
maps where just running at your enemy is like
Yeah.
not exactly frowned upon, right? So I think it's really important that AVI, even if they're not going to be able to win this map, right? I mean, and who knows at this point, right? Like, again, we talked a little bit about Slimy's op. Hasn't really been able to sustain the economy for it. Could have pulled it out here, right? 58-50, like, ops for him, right?
Okay, AVI not going for the long take that has been working for them, and Zim does get picked in mid, so could just turn into a B pop here. Looks like they are going to flash through that smoke. Solo side player, nobody's in rotation, so if they can get this B anchor, round is potentially, and they do, J-Mal can't find one. So it really will depend on whether or not HG can find any early picks in this retake. Otherwise, it might just be another save.
I think they're going to give it a shot here. The util has been really strong so far. Bingus and Quattro taking some damage, and that's an interesting door smoke.
An awful double door smoke, and they could get punished off of it. It's possible because you have 2 players getting in position upper tons.
Well, and all this utility going towards the doors and window means that the 2 top players are coming in unimpeded, and here comes the retake.
Yeah, Slimy gets 1. Ooh, Jogan saves. Okay, of an absolute flurry of trades, Bingus finds 3, and that retake gets shut down.
Well,
that was... That happened quick. That was difficult to even cast because so many things were all happening at once. Like, it was just all the trades happened within a span of 5 seconds. But hey, another round for AVI. 10-7. Don't call it a comeback, even though I called it a comeback like 2 rounds ago, but don't call it a comeback.
A lot of game left.
True. A lot of game left.
I think the important thing on that retake, as Slimy busts out an op here as he's, sprinting for lawn. The important thing on that retake is I don't think HG had any mollies to flush people out of power positions on that retake. So the trades came in really naturally, even though the flash was good, the smoke was good, right? Like there was nobody to block off that line of sight on tunnels. But if you don't force people out of their cubbies, it's really hard to get those trade kills after the first initial, fight. And HG really wasn't able to find that on that retake, even though it all looked okay to start.
They will have
another.
Ooh, tough miss there from Quattro. That could have really opened up the round for AVI. They could have turned that into a B split, but
Yeah. It looks like they're still gonna commit to it anyway.
Quattro is trying to remember the mid to B smoke in real time right now, trying to find the lineup. Does get it, looks like. And Jogan does find one up Cat, but gets immediately traded out by Slimy.
Yeah. And now J-Mow's gonna start exploring with all the noise in mid and also getting a pick on Cat. And that's a bad jump there
Ooh,
from
yeah, that's
Woo.
really rough timing. Had the FAMAS, so it was an advantage, but that's really tough.
Moose
Moose
dropped
with
the bomb.
everything to do here. Moose with everything to do, though.
Yeah. Drop the bomb, more
Oh,
importantly.
but,
Even if
oh
he
yeah, you're right. Oh, the
Yeah.
bomb is way out in mid, and Slimy gets one. They can't get this bomb anymore. Slimy has this completely locked out.
Well, let's see if Am has anything to say about it. 30 seconds to his name, and the two CTs are very slow.
Yeah, they can't trade each other at all, and now he can grab bomb. Slimy not going to go for a repeat here, but it looks like Am is actually going to push this op down. This gets weird because of J-Mow's timing. Slimy holding the angle. Ooh, what a shot from Am. Oh my goodness, 15 seconds left on the clock. Am has to run this down really, really quickly. J-Mow finds him through double doors, can't find the kill. 10 seconds left, what are you going to do? Ooh. Oh, this is weird. J-Mow finds the flick on the Am. Wow, that's unbelievable. That is such a sketchy round. J-Mow just... Whew, that is...
Oh.
I mean, Am, you know, honestly, a well-played round because that shot onto the Opera and CT is a blinder. How do you even have the pre-aim ready for that? But
Yeah. And I mean, winning a rifle versus op fight against Slimy is not easy. And the fact that Am pulls that off and then also spots out J-Mow, right? Like, they were split on that 1v2. Am had every chance to do it, but J-Mow's play is just better.
Oh my goodness, and Slimy gets an early pick in, in mid.
Suicide. Let's see. This is very adventurous.
Okay, Philippek gets picked. They should know that there's another one here.
Yeah.
Are they going to clear it? Ooh, wow, what a shot. That's a blinder. Ooh, okay, and they know where the op is, too.
Does AVI continue this pace? It looks like they're going to.
Yeah, I think they should slow down here, but they're just going for it.
Well,
are they going to see? Oh, they don't see Woo. Does get down into CT, and there are two very low HP players on the side of AVI right now, so weird retake. Woo is literally 1 HP. Moose does get Zim.
Woo's gonna go for it here.
Yeah, shortly. Can't find one, though. It's a 2v1. Slimy with the op. Can't really find anything. Has to tuck in Gandalf.
Time working against him. Has a smoke against... Oh, Bingus had an op trade out for the bomb.
Yeah, they just have to swing at the same time of what they want. Oh, that missed shot. And with the trade, keeps AVI competitive in this because if HG get that round, it is... You know, it has the makings of an HG victory, but...
Dude, these rounds are...
They're getting down to the wire, and this is weird because HG do have the chance to just save here. And yeah, they're going to go for a half buy, so just a 2K buy from them. So it looks like they probably will concede 9 rounds.
Yeah.
But
I mean, these rounds are so close. Like,
by a hair.
What is...
And it looks like AVI have the right call here. They might just pop out B, but there's a timer on this because HG will get the info in mid.
Here comes Zim.
Yeah, and they see that there's nobody on site. Yeah,
How many
round should be over.
One. Oh,
none. None after that. Well, no rating farmed for Zim, so, you know, he's safe from the Analytical Integrity Commission.
Yeah, but do you really
founded by
Starly?
I mean, I don't know. It's just like a question of like, do I want to have impact or do I want to be a fraud? You know, and I would rather have impact personally. So it's just like it's an easy decision for me. But I understand, you know, not all people work in the same ways. So if you want to be a fraud, that's all right. You know?
Yeah. But is AVI going to be able to get out of this bomb site safely? Yeah, they will be if they kill Slimy.
Yeah. Okay, they do. Okay, what? Quattro gets him with the Glock. Okay, yeah, no, AVI. That sucks for HG because they're not gonna get any guns out of this one because Zim was the only one with the Mac 10, so they don't even get like an AK out of it. We'll have a buy in the next though. Hopefully, I think if you're HG here, you just buy over the MP9s. Yeah, and they'll decide to do that.
What is the state of this game?
AVI making this really competitive. Oh my goodness. The question is Quattro going to go for that pick in mid again because he's been doing it
99% of offers
consistently?
stop right before they get the game-winning
True.
pick.
They're right before their next
Right
big
before.
opening duel.
Yeah. Like, let's see.
A little bit more
It's
of
another,
a measured tons take here, not as
yeah.
fast.
But this is new from both teams. Yeah, Jogan is walking into Slimy's off here. Yep.
Ooh, yep, gets picked off, punished.
And the typical response from AVI has been when we lose a player, we're just going to go B. And I mean, they're set up for it, but now there's 2 players on this bomb site, not 1. J-Mow's
Nobody
backed
in
up by
rotation
Wu.
from mid, though, notably.
Yeah, but
Depends on
they're
if Wu
trust.
peeks here because they're contact walking. Ooh,
Yeah.
this is weird. They're gonna get J-Mao. They're gonna get J-Mao. Oh my goodness, no way. Woo, because he doesn't peek. Oh, and he gets traded out too. Oh, this round is so weird because Zim has the picks in mid.
Does he?
Ooh,
He does
no,
it?
he can't find it. Oh no. What is this round? Okay,
It's
well,
still a
if
plan on
you're
this
obviously
console.
going for this if you're HG.
Yeah. 1 molly, 1 smoke. Bruce burns the molly on card, but can't really flush anyone out of it. The door smoke fades, and here comes the take, and
Ooh, Quattro gets one.
Yeah. And Slimy misses another shot on the
Oh,
cross.
Quattro gets another. Slimy's
No way.
just left with the op. It's a 1v2 retake. Can't find the flick, and Am gets him. Wow!
No.
That round is unbelievable. What is that? Because AVI just contact walk out of upper tons, and they
Wu's
just
not-
get HG just get completely punished because Wu isn't watching the angle and J-Mao is playing anti-flash.
Yeah.
But they just get the dry peek on the J-Mao in closet, and
That's
they
a-
trade out. That is, oh, you're gonna be so
a-
mad about that if
Yeah.
you're HG because that is a brutal. Like, surely AVI didn't have that on prep, right?
No,
Like that's surely.
I don't think so. And I mean, that's
Because
just a
that
brutal-
looks like a round to me. That looks like it would be on prep.
Yeah. And I mean, that setup from J-Bow and Wu just.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
HG
you know,
very
like-
obviously rattled from that one, immediately taking the timeout. Are they gonna surely they go
Yeah.
for like a 2K buy here, right? You know, another 2K
Yeah,
buy. They're
and
gonna
I
give up
mean-
11. This game is gonna get tied up.
Dude, please not OT on Dust 2.
That would it's not going OT. AVI 13-11. You heard it right now.
I should not speak.
Hawkish is gonna be in my DMs incredibly mad at me when AVI loses this map, but that's alright. HG, okay, forward mid, they AVI not really intent to bite on this. This does get weird though because that flash. Ooh, Bingus has to clean up and he can't. Zim has to get more than one. That nade is gonna clean up one though, surely. Yeah, it does get J-Mao. Okay, round gets stabilized, but Phil finds one in mid. Okay, so it's a 1v2 and Phil does have an AK, so
And armor.
and Zim and Am are very disconnected here. Zim taking all of the space long. Does see that smoke, though, which gives AVI a ton of info, but it looks like Phil is actually trying to feign presence on A and has the right read because AVI are going to go mid here. Knife out. Am is dead, surely. Yeah. No, Am is, yeah.
Uh-oh.
This is crazy, because where do you go if you're Zim? Does
Well,
opt to walk up Cat here, and he will probably get A because Phil is not playing the angle particularly aggressively.
No. Phil's gonna give him a plan. The problem is, where does Zim expect Phil to be? So he was in mid, right? But Zim's worried about Lawn.
Yeah, and there is the timing there because Zim didn't get up A particularly quickly.
No. The only saving grace is that Zim's got a full build util, right? Like,
Oh, he's gonna swing CT.
But this is the run angle for Phil.
Oh, but he doesn't get it anyways. Ooh, neither of them have the right pre-aim. Opts to plant for Cat here?
Yeah.
Okay, just gonna tuck. Wow, that reswing CT is crazy. But Tuck's car is expecting Phil to go long or Cat here now that he doesn't see anything CT.
Yeah.
Oh, Phil doesn't clear. Oh no, but that's so brutal. These clutches are insane.
Yeah.
Because Zim has the pre-aim, is right in expecting Phil to come up Cat, can't find the shot, and because of the HP disadvantage, just can't convert the round. Wow.
He's gonna want that one back.
Oh, for sure.
You
I mean, because
could say
that puts HG at 12.
Yeah, and you could say that for basically every player in this game, right? Like across both sides, to be honest with you. But I mean, we talked about Philipek needing to come up huge, right? Like, doesn't really look like it on the score sheet, 13 and 18, right? But like, I mean, that gets you 12.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest rounds in the game.
The lawn kerfluffle at the start was.
They're going out long quick this time, though.
Uh-oh. Does AVG
Oh, it's
have
a late
counter
flash. It's a late flash.
Yeah.
Oh, but it doesn't matter. They still find one, and Moose is low HP.
Well,
Surely they
Moose
get
is gonna
Moose
get
at
run
least.
down here.
Yeah,
Moose
Moose
is
gets
not
run
out.
down. They know that there's one more because of that flash.
Yeah.
And again, it's we've seen this round over and over again. This fast long take from AVI.
Yep.
And they just, yeah, 2 mollies for Gandalf. They're really worried about that angle. Oh, and yeah, Bingus gets Woo, and you save here if you're HG, right?
Yeah. Well,
Slimy does get Quattro. They might look at this one.
I think they would need another pick off of Slimy's off to make this happen.
I agree.
But,
And
well,
they.
then,
Oh, what is that from Bingus? What is that shot, bro?
HG will save.
That was
HG will
like a
save.
running, jumping headshot. What the hell was that? What?
That was
that was unbelievable.
That was all skill, no luck.
No luck. No luck. Intentional.
Absolutely no doubt in Bingus's mind where that bullet was going.
Look, after the series, we'll get Bingus on the interview, and I bet you he'll tell us that shot was all intentional.
Yeah. Wait, does Slimy save this up? Slimy? No. Wow, that's big.
That's
yeah.
really big, actually, because, okay, Phil might drop the op.
Yeah, but
or
Slimy
probably
can't
going to
get
drop
the info
another.
back.
Yeah, no, Phil drops over the op to Slimy, so, but they're not going to really have, Phil and Moose aren't going to have rifles in this one, and very low utility from HG too, so they're really banking off of Slimy, and to Slimy's credit, he's been incredible this map, 22 and 13. They're really banking off of Slimy getting an early pick here.
If there's someone you want to bank off of Slimy.
Yeah, for sure, at least based on his performance this map.
Yeah. So HG's going to go back for this cap boost, yeah? It got Jogan. Is it going to get Bingus? Bingus?
No, because there's no op posted cat, so hopefully not punishable.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now they went for
Yeah, and they won't find the timing because Bingus is just going to go back upper tons. But long is completely open here. It will be interesting to see if AVI contact walk out once his smoke fades.
And Bingus is making a lot of noise here. Through a lurk smoke, tosses a flash.
Yeah, but they're peeking out cat for info, and they don't see anything. They should know that this is a fake just based off of clearing this. Yeah, and they'll go back into sight. So
yeah,
this is looking like advantage HG here.
Well, don't say that yet. Moose's MP9 is unironically very good for springs.
It's all on the site entries here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Moose is getting pummeled by utility. They're going to drop a Molly Gandalf, and J-Mail gets flushed out. Will get killed. Does get one, though.
And one was
big. Bingus with a late lurk up. Cat does get one. That's huge.
Yeah. And now Moose is in the smoke. Is Moose? Are they?
They don't see Moose in the smoke, though. They're not aware of it. The Moose might be loose.
It's loose.
They get two. Okay.
Jogan down.
Oh, the Moose gets another one. Oh my goodness, this is a 1v3.
No, it's over.
Quattro with it all to do. Does get one, but gets traded out. Wow.
Wait.
In the final moments of the game, Moose comes up huge with 2 MP9 kills to give HG their 13th. What a map. I mean, what can you really say about that? Because that's a 10-2 T-half from HG, and that gets whittled down all the way to 13-11, and HG steal the final round?
I think the only takeaway I have off of that is that you and I need to learn how to cast like Korean League of Legends casters, where we just say the player's name over and over again and like a bunch of gibberish in between, because these rounds are too fast for us to actually do anything.
Yeah, like it's like round over at like 1:30 every single round. It's crazy.
That last round, I could just be like Moose, 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 as he just sprints through the smoke with the MP9, and it's just like, what is there to say, right? Like on these rounds, I think the big difference for me, right, like on the CT side, was that AVI was getting slowed down by HG's utility on the way in, whereas it felt like AVI did not slow HG down on their way in. You know, there were a lot of Molotovs, especially on that A bomb site, because HG still had nominal cat control before Bingus's flank came in on that last round, right?
Yep.
But they get a Molotov, they get an HG, they do something to slow AVI down, to get Slimy, to get Woo into position, right? To start that retake a little bit earlier. And AVI just wasn't able to have that same level of success because of their economy management, to be honest with you, right?
Yeah.
We saw HG take a couple more saves, a couple more half buys than AVI did on their CT side, and that extra little bit of stall really played out. Moose got into the smoke. Nobody would spray it, right? Because everyone's so focused on, I need to clean up cat, I need to clean this angle up.
Yep.
So on and so forth. And I mean, I can't help but think right back to 11-10. You know, That's a half buy from HG. It's 5.57s. It is armors. Okay, so like, it is what it is, right? But Quattro walks into like the Doom stack, gets mowed down, and the sprays from AVI just aren't clean enough really to clean up that pistol rush. Gets down to a 2v1. Like Philippek throws like a honestly like what a really weird smoke for the cross, right? To kind of confuse AVI, and Am just gets caught flat footed and down to a 2v1, you know? Um, that
Yeah,
was
I
really
mean
more of
they'll be
a
kicking
2v1.
themselves for that round because
Yeah,
out of every round to lose, that was not the one.
yeah.
I
And
will
again,
say, like this sucks for AVI. Like this is what I would describe as the best worst outcome for
yes,
AVI, where
yeah,
it's like they don't get absolutely smacked, right? Because they launch an excellent comeback only to have it ripped away from them at the very end by what can only be described as yet another miraculous Moose playoffs,
yeah.
play, getting two off of that really weird lurk timing through the smoke,
I
turning
think,
what was a pretty winnable round for AVI into an
yeah.
HG round win and the map for that matter.
I think if AVI win Vertigo, I think to only make things fair, I think Map 3 needs to be played on Valorant. I don't, I can't trust.
Okay, see the thing is that that's just like not true. Like
I don't know. But
we
like, okay, but like, let's look at the facts, right? Like, stop the stream for a second. Let's look at the facts, right? Like, what is Moose good at? CSC, right?
true. Yeah, let's
What is
not
he?
let that map win distract from the fact that Moose is cheating. All right. I
Yes.
I have been in face it lobbies with that man. All right. He has to be cheating. There is no way that someone can be so good at CSC and so bad at face it. Like
My
it's not
question to you,
possible.
my question to you is, did Moose ever get a 2K with the MP9 in your Faceit games?
I don't think so. I don't think so. And especially not in a round of that gravity too.
Yeah. I mean,
Moose is really like a run down, be stairs on vertigo and give up a 4v5 instantly kind of
well,
player in my
that's
face at
not good news
lobbies.
for him
So,
because the
well,
next
look,
map is Vert.
hey, but there's no anti cheat here, so that means Moose is totally fine.
Oh.
So, look, it will not impact anything as it stands for map 2 at the very
Okay.
least.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, I think both sides it, weirdly like I understand like from my point of view where I have like the X-ray on, I have like the full map view, whatever, right? Like obviously like I could put the finger up, push my glasses, and be like, oh, that was actually a really sloppy game for both sides. But like I mean, outside of the fast plays that were consistently working, right? Like the actual slow contact plays, like if you think AVI's kicking themselves over 11-10, what do you think HG did to themselves after that round on B
Yeah,
when Wu
for
didn't
sure.
cover the exit of the
Yeah,
tunnel? Like
yeah. Yeah,
it's just like
no.
I understand again, like oh, it's so easy for me to say, right? Like it's just cover the exit when you're playing anti-flash, but like it's just a lot of setups, right? That make me I don't want to say worried, right? But like you're just seeing a lot of stuff slip through the cracks, and part of me wonders, right, like how much nerves are. We talked about Philippek, we talked about Slimy, like a lot of trophy winners across the board between both rosters, right? But playoffs are a different beast. It's a single elimination bracket, right? Like you put in so much work over the past 4 to 5 weeks, right, to get to this point, um, and you don't want to lose it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I will say I think things got a little sketchy
Hmm.
for them purely based off of the merit of the 10-2 lead, right? HG probably getting a little loose. They're probably like, yeah, we can just sort of screw around for a bit because we have, plenty of rounds to play with. And um, I think certainly not the best of Counter Strike played from HG, but I
Enough to
think
get
they
the win.
still, yeah, enough to
Yeah,
get the
enough to
win.
get the win, which is the important thing, right? Like it doesn't have to be Picasso-esque. We do
True.
not have to see Prime Astralis in CSC, but it was enough to get the win on their map pick, most importantly. And now they go into Vert, right? And like even if you don't perform well on Vert, you've got T-side Anubis to lean on, right?
You
That's a
do.
map you're 2-0 on, right? Like you put OS in the dirt on that map. You had 10 T rounds there, like a little bit less impressive against Gas. I think it was 6-6 at the half, but they actually ended up winning out a majority of the CT rounds, right? So
Yep.
you're comfortable
Yep.
on both sides of that map, even if AVI is good at it, right? But you know, there there's a path now for HG, right? It's really obvious too. Um, so let's see how they perform on Vert. Um, I wonder if they'll pick. T side on Vert after the absolute W fest that was Dust 2. I feel like you should still. Actually, you should definitely start T, right?
I don't know. I think Vertigo is like a different set of considerations from Dust 2. Like I think it's more
Yeah.
difficult to get completely steamrolled on Vertigo.
Well, that was
Um,
before they butchered the map.
yeah, true, true. Okay, butchered. I wouldn't say butchered. I personally like the change that they made to Vertigo. I think Vertigo was before a very simple map to play in the changes that they made. But that's an aside. Anyways, let's look on the map 2 here. Um, because you know the one caveat that's like a pretty big caveat that isn't AVI's favor here is notably AVI were 0-2 on that map and HG were 2-0,
Yes.
and that turned into a 13-11 game.
Yeah.
So it will be interesting. So for reference, HG have not played Vertigo this season at all. So if AVI can put up that sort of a performance on a map that, statistically speaking, they should be heavily disadvantaged on. Um, they might even like stomp Vertigo, to be honest. And if they can get like a clean stomp on Vertigo,
Hmm.
who knows?
Yeah. But let's see.
We're
We're going
right
to
back into the
live.
pistol round on Vertigo here, though.
Yeah.
So
And HG is on T. So
okay.
let's see how this goes. And I mean, the W key. Oh, no, it will
Ooh,
not.
well, okay, they're gonna walk over great. It will all depend on if Jogan peeks for info early. Does peek for info, does see that there are a billion players ramp, and yeah, the rotations are coming in pretty quick here.
Jogan has alerted the Horde, and here comes the Marksman. Rampant, nobody's really looking at side.
Oh, that's a weird flash.
And
Okay,
everyone's
3v3.
Mystic Bomber with another.
What is 2v? These trades are coming so quickly. We're already in a 2v2.
Yeah.
Okay, HG have opted to pause here, though.
Oh,
Bingus not holding the
no.
smoke, not aware of this timing. Philippek gets him. Gets traded out by Zim, though, and it's a 1v1. Zim with the dualies.
Redeem
J-Mal
yourself,
can't-
Mr. President.
Yeah, please, please. After that previous round, no Kevlar, though. No, when J-Mouse smokes him. Wow, what a round. That was honestly a symptom of everything that has been going on this series, which is people hitting the W key and not stopping.
And more importantly, because we're in Prem, they also hit the first bullet more often than they don't.
True, they do.
Which is really
they do.
annoying for us casters. It's also really annoying for Cam.
Yeah, our poor observer Cameron over here is probably
fair.
not having a fun time trying to keep track of all of these trades, but he's doing his best.
Oh, more than his best. Oh yeah.
Love the fancy cameras.
Well, I don't
Called
know
it right now.
Apparently, Cam believes that Zim's about to get destroyed. Oh,
Bingus
and
doesn't
down goes
destroy.
Bingus. Slimy.
They're not going to clear Zim, though. He might be able to get Slimy. Slimy is ganked. Okay,
Yeah.
swings out. Okay, gets the one, but... Called it, sort of.
Revenge.
We don't care. Yeah, more fraudulent eco.
Philippek
Yeah,
taking
well,
Hudson in the
Philippek
bank.
doing some stat padding. Who cares? I don't care.
Okay.
Oh, and then that's just insult to injury, dropping the Zeus off the map, too. Like, what?
What if they hit some?
There's no soul in this game anymore. Like,
Yeah,
when did we decide to not keep the Zeus in our inventory for the bit anymore? Ooh, we have a camera. It's not on any of the players, but it looks cool. I love this one.
Yep.
And
Any
it's
four
another
clip
fast
warrior?
B take here from HG.
And I
Oh
mean,
my
yeah,
goodness.
this is lightning.
Zim
back.
is
Zim?
immediately on an island here. Oh, he does get one, but
That's really good, right? Like that slows the takedown, and here comes HG now setting up. It's smoked off awkwardly, but now
they're just dumping util in the retake. Bingus does get one.
And
Up by trades again. They're so fast. They might try to stick this AVI. This could
if
get
they
weird.
can find the bomb.
Yeah, they found bomb. Oh, but can't stick it. But it's all right. Trade it out. It's fine. Whatever. All right. So this is already great signs from AVI. First gun round handled.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're back in
Well,
T-spawn now. We're just
we
chilling
are-
in T-spawn.
We are officially looking like Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, we have all of the camera angles here. So
Yeah.
many camera angles.
Yeah.
None
I
of
think
them
really important-
necessarily on the players, but that doesn't matter.
No,
We're
that's-
just here
that's
for a
fine.
good time. We're just here to celebrate Counter-Strike, and that's what
Yeah.
matters.
And I think really important that Zim, right, despite getting dinked on the way in, takes one to the grave with him, right? Like,
Yeah.
that lets Bingus play with significantly more confidence in front of the generator smokes to swing it like a crazy person and just throw some chaos into that round, and AVI thrived off of it.
Finally, something a little bit more defaulty, though, it would seem.
Yes. Oh, and Slimy's got it up already. So
Interesting to see if Jogan will get punished on this peak here. Doesn't look like it's anything particularly speedy, so they might opt to double swing this, and it looks like they will. Yeah. Maybe even a triple swing. Yeah, they're going to swing on Crane, too.
Wow.
Jogan gets the one.
Jogan's
Slimy.
on fire. How does he win
Jogan's
that
going
fight?
crazy. But JMO gets one in... Where is that? Is that in B?
That's in
yeah.
mid, I
That's...
believe. Or was that
No, that's
B?
B, because that's Zim. Zim's the B anchor.
Oh, yeah. Bingus, do something
And
crazy.
this is weird, because Phil can just get the rotations. Okay,
Bingus, one.
Ooh, that lineup. Ooh, that's tough. But two low HP players, very doable retake for AVI. But Jogan has the op, so not going to be able to do a ton. Ooh, Quattro with a very good timing, though. Catches Moose early. Should know that there's another one double. Does see the second player double, kills him, and it's a 3v1. Philipek does find the one. They know he's dropped, so they should just stick this bomb here, surely. Oh, and that nade's going to go to waste because it's not on the bomb. Oh, tries to spam. Oh my goodness, what is that? Philipek finds the double spray through the smoke, but it's too late because the diffuse comes through. What are these retake rounds, man? It's always down to the wire with these two. What is this? Wow. Okay. I don't even. I thought that was a one round for HG. I thought Philipek had gotten the spray down before the diffuse came through, but
Am was, you know, I understand Am is not a member of the Secret Service. Thank God for that, but got to do a better job protecting the diffuser in that scenario.
No, that spray was a little errant, I would say. Wu gets another opener given up by Zim.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're not gonna take that B space immediately because AVI have been very fast on these rotations. So definitely more nuance. Okay, Moose just gets decked by Am.
Yeah. It's hard to hit someone who's moving and shooting at the same time, okay.
Yeah, and low-key, Am getting that kill sort of saves the round for AVI, because if Am dies, they can just accelerate onto A and round over, presumably.
Yeah. And
Bingus playing a little bit of an off angle here.
A little bit.
Ooh, spots J-Mao, I think. Well, no, did he? He aimed over into
The more important thing is
danger.
J-Mao didn't spot Bingus on this ridiculous angle.
Her ship's passing in the night here. Bingus is aware of the take. Oh, this is weird. Oh, crosshair drawn by Wu. Ay. Lakuki does get one.
Really good at tagging people this game.
Yeah, true. Doing a lot of damage. Not finishing a lot of kills, though. Oh, and Quattro is just cleaning up, though.
That's okay. Quattro will clean the kill. Oh, Philipek. Philipek, calm yourself. He's already on 11.
Don't line up, guys. Just don't line up. Oh, don't do this. Please, don't lose this round. Please don't. Am. Oh, no. Two bullets. Fuck, it's the Lil. Oh, okay. God. Oh, these rounds, man. Oh, these are just...
Dude, I tried to cast playoffs because if I don't have to watch my teams play, my heart rate shouldn't be through the roof.
They probably have Hawkish and Fuffy in like the cardiac unit right now in the IR.
What is it, like a code blue? Is that what they call it in the hospital when like someone's just flatlining or whatever? You just see Hawkish who's like struggling.
Yeah, I hope Hawkish is.
Map 3.
Yeah, I hope Hawkish is doing all right now because this is. And, you know, similarly, I guess, not just Hawkish, we have to, you know, hope that Nate is doing all right as well, because HG have certainly not
I don't think Nate has
made this good for
Moose.
Oh, yeah, true. I wouldn't really want to watch Moose either. I'm just sort of forced to because I volunteered to
cast.
So, yeah, no, honestly, like, deserved.
Yeah, so, no, but I mean, this is stressful, man. Like, all these rounds are really coming down to inches, right? And we're seeing the individual heroics of Philipek trying to carry.
Oh, that Nate is meaty.
Nate is muddy.
Yeah, and it looks like HG are just looking for AVI to make some sort of a mistake here, but I mean, yeah, AVI are totally onto this because Jogan is doing sort of like a fake rotate off A. Okay, it will turn into a real rotate because he's going mid.
Well,
but
Quattro's op
doesn't find anything. Hopefully they should get the rifles in rotation here to clean this one up. Oh, right as I say that. Right as I say that. Don't let Philipek's got alert timing. Uh-oh.
Well, he also has the bomb.
I'm sure this will get cleaned up. Okay. Yeah, Zim finds. All right, round over. All right.
It was really tense, and then it wasn't.
Yeah, no, it was looking to be something, and then we realized that Phil had the bomb, and nothing mattered anymore.
If Phil was a real one, he would have just sprinted through with the bomb anyway. Like, such a man.
Honestly, like, yeah, you know, get yours. It's not about winning the round; it's about getting yours. That's what really matters.
Yeah, and I mean Phil has more than got his because he's 12-4 right now.
Yeah,
the only player at
184 ADR to his name.
Jesus.
Yeah, my goodness.
I wonder where Slimy's ops is going to go on T because he went bottom ramp on the first or on like the round after the bonus, like the first proper gun round, and he got owned by Jogan. I think that's an anomaly, but I mean Jogan has also been playing lights out between the two maps.
True.
Let's see if he, okay.
Bingus! Wow, that's unbelievable. What a shot. Yeah, and Bingus just says, "Well, we have B. I'm gonna go mid now," and that just the HGF, and Zim's gonna get in position too. Should hopefully be good for one.
Well,
no, don't push this, please, Zim. I beg you. I was gonna go to the generator to try to get info. It doesn't see anybody, so this is just gonna be both teams chilling now, trying to get a timing on one another.
Yeah, I mean,
Not
he
gonna
needs to be smart,
happen.
right? Like, you're up 5v4, there's no reason to push for information here. You have control of top ramp, like, you've got control of mid, there's no noise across the map, like, don't...
But this looks a little bit better now because Quattro is in help, notably.
Yeah.
So, you know, this doesn't look as bad, certainly.
Yeah. Well,
HG looking to apply some mid pressure here. This duel between Bingus and Phil is going to be big. Or Slimy, sorry, not Phil.
well, and that noise in mid starts pulling Quattro off, and yeah, Zim
Good
gets
timing
caught.
from Bingus, though.
Yeah, better from
Ooh,
Bingus.
and Slimy can't trade, so Bingus gets 2. Wow, what a shot on the second player.
Slimy is uncharacteristically quiet to start the map. Now 1-7 and 2 rounds with the AWP. I don't think he's gonna kill the show for it.
Yeah, I mean it is T side vertigo opping, so definitely not the best conditions, but
Yeah, but he's
I mean,
opted
1 and
into
7
it
isn't
twice,
great.
you know?
True,
It's not like he's
yeah.
picked it up off of AVI's dead bodies, you know?
Yeah,
He's
they
like,
are
I
trying
want
to
the
bring
AWP,
the
and,
op
I
into
mean,
this one.
fair credit to him. He should have it, but wonder if that's gonna change. Came out looking for a
Can't
spray.
find the
Can't get it.
spray. Yeah, and Am just peeks catwalk, cleans up 2. Easy.
Yeah.
I mean, that... Sorry, you can go.
Well, I mean, this just looks like an AVI that actually knows what's going on the map, right? This is not an AVI that's getting bulldozed across, right? This is an AVI that's got protocols, understands the timings much better than they did on Dust 2, right? Like, sure, there's a little bit of over-aggression, at least for my taste personally, towards that B side of the map, right? But they have a much more fundamental understanding of where to look and where to aim. And HG kind of look like fish out of water almost a little bit.
And it's also just hitting the shots on these opening picks too, because a running theme with Dust 2 is that AVI were trying to go for like these opening picks to try and give themselves an advantage because they were down so bad. But here they're actually finding those opening duels, which is important.
Yes.
And Zim is playing this site so aggressively. Oh, this is weird because I don't know if Slimy's going to see him through that smoke. Oh, okay. Zim does. Hold on. We're going to need to check Zim's PC after. I don't know about that one. That one looked a little sketchy to me. Maybe he has Moose's. Maybe he has Moose's wall hacks. But Phil's joking in the mid. Yeah. And now this round gets weird.
Yeah.
Well, we still have one more on B though. It's gonna be interesting to see if HG accelerate. It doesn't look like they will.
No. I mean, smart not to accelerate it to Bingus of all people.
They don't have bomb, notably.
You don't need that. Just kill everyone.
Oh, so true. Welcome to Counter-Strike, folks.
Where is bomb?
Bomb plans? Not necessarily. I don't know. I don't see it on the minimap at all.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, it won't matter because Phil gets his, and that's what matters most is getting yours, never winning, right?
Yeah. Well, Phil's gonna double dip.
As you should. All right. Well. Punished. Oh, surely that doesn't. Okay, J-Mao gets the kill, so surely this should be a win. Am is low. Oh, that.
Okay, there we go. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. A heaping helping of frag grenade helper.
Look, can HG have the opportunity to equalize things notably because given that so many of our prior rounds were very close, AVI do not exactly have much in the way of padding when it comes to the money situation. So they're on 1 buy and then they're done. And Am is going to have to go for an MP9 here.
Well, don't doubt his MP9.
True, Am's been going big with the MP9 so far, so...
Yeah. And,
good nade, though. I like that nade.
Wow,
yeah,
okay.
Nice. All right.
Zim from deep. Chunks.
Yeah, maybe Zim is the greatest V anchor of all time.
Well.
They won't get him on the spam.
Oh my goodness.
When he gets
one.
Really,
dude, is it anchoring if you just take every forward fight?
I guess. He's not even anchoring. He's just the B-site dueler, I guess. What is this, Valorant? Is that...
Yeah.
Dueler, that's a roll in Valorant, right?
Yeah, close enough.
Okay, but Moose gets Quattro in mid, so rounds somewhat equalized here. Phil is notably low HP, and HG don't have the most map space to work with, but it looks like they are going to opt for this mid take and try to turn it into a B split likely. Interesting timing from Jogan here, though. It looks like he's going to be flanking B stairs. Yeah, look at Jogan. Yeah, he gets one on B stairs, gets two. Oh my goodness. Okay, Moose, last one in mid. Just don't give any 1v1 duels to him. You know where he is.
Well, I was gonna say Am's thinking about it, but they will just slide past each other.
Okay, Am solo swinging mid. That's fine. Who cares?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem mid, so you'd think that they'd be aware that Moose can get out B, but it doesn't really matter because they are in positions to deal with it.
Yeah, and you know, again, HG's bomb discipline is a little poor. It's been left in basically the connector between B main and T spawn, and you know, last round too, HG was struggling to plant the bomb because they left it in spawn. Something to keep an eye on, yeah, because if you keep, I understand not wanting to die with the bomb now, you know, in a bad spot or whatever, but you also have to make sure you hit your timings onto these bomb sites, and if you have to ferry it back an extra 10-15 seconds, Jokin's flanks start getting, like, they go from annoying to deadly, you know?
Yeah.
That round proved it, and I think this round especially, you know, there's got to be a discussion on HG. It's like, guys, someone's got to hold the bomb.
Yeah, please. But, okay, look, so far it's really only been Phil that's stepped up, but I would argue fraudulent kills, all right? Lest we forget, getting 3 eco kills on the pistol conversion, all right? 3 fraudulent kills in there, I don't know.
Yeah, but
At
the clutch on round 8.
Okay, true. It does make up for it. All right,
Yeah.
Phil has been cleared of the fraud accusations, so I'm sorry for bringing that sort of energy to the cast.
It's important to stay vigilant on this kind of stuff, but you also got to give credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder if, I mean, AVI has kind of just been all gas, no brakes on the CT side, especially early on this.
Yeah, Zim especially has been going crazy on this B side.
He's gonna do it again.
No, I don't think he will. Yeah, he's dumb.
He's gonna do it.
Oh, and he peeks Jame out. He gets 3. He can't keep getting away with it.
Oh my god, he will continue to get away with it.
Oh
the
my
executive
goodness.
privilege of being able to swing wide.
And he hears Wu, and he's swinging, and he's gonna drop downstairs. Why is Wu not looking? He's W king into Wu. This is prime Zim gameplay here. I love this. This is perfect. Okay, won't find. Okay,
hold on. Moose has an M4.
Okay, wait, and Zim doesn't have the best timing here because they're aware of him and they're gonna be holding it.
It's a 2v2
yeah, basically.
Ooh boy.
Oh,
Don't throw this one, AVI. Bingus. No. Okay. Wow, that was
very close to a throw.
They know he's catwalk.
Oh.
Tap. Spam damage. Half HP. Ooh, does have an HP.
Yeah. Gets 1
HP. Well, surely you can't find HP though. Yeah,
okay.
No, not ever.
Okay.
All right. This map has decidedly looked like AVI have really gotten there.
Hang on. But you said that about HG when they were up 10-2.
All right. Well, hey, HG did win the map. Is all I'm saying. Does it really matter if it's a 13-11 versus a 13-0 if you win the map?
In the regular.
The answer is yes, but we don't want to think about that part. So don't. Well, don't. You know, we don't need to. Well, this is playoffs, right? So round differential, not a thing.
Okay. Listen, what if they add like a playoffs rule in like a 2 seasons, right? Where, like,
they do like reseeding based on round differential? That would be crazy.
Like between the 3rd and 4th place teams, it's based on round win percentage.
Yeah, see, the thing is that they're not going to do that, though, so it don't matter.
I mean...
And look at him. He's already bottom B stairs. It's 138. He's not even playing off of, like, a particular timing. They don't have any info. This is just Zim. This is all Zim.
Yeah, but he's got Bingus behind him to back him up on this level of aggression. I mean, HG is rightfully aware of it. Like, they're not going to... I mean, okay. Surely they're not going to fall for it for, like, the 5th time.
Okay, but based on the trajectory of that nade, Moose should know that there's one bottom stairs. It looks like they're gonna double peek this though. No, not doing it.
He's gonna solo peek it. He's not gonna double peek it.
I wonder if they try to do like a fake rotate B to see if they can catch Moose.
Rare restraint.
They don't have any info. There are 4 players parked on ramp here and they don't have any info. Oh, this timing from Quattro. Oh no. Oh no, this timing. Quattro only gets 1. Can he get 2? No, he can't. What a throw. Oh, Quattro really should have gotten more than 1, and J-Mal will find and get on the Joga too.
Oh,
but Bingus gets the transfer! Oh, we're back to a 2v2.
Calm yourself.
Oh no.
He felt himself too much.
Yeah,
Moose
he
cleans
was.
it up.
And money reset for AVI here. I think they will probably buy into this one. Yeah, they're at
Well, they have
1900
to.
loss. So.
They have to.
All right. Well. Oh yeah, it is last round. Forgot about that important detail.
That's okay. It's not that important.
Well, you know.
Well, Amster's gonna grab another MP9, so it's basically like a gun round, you know.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah. I mean, Quattro's gonna be beating himself up about that one. That spray onto Slimy
Yeah.
wasn't clean, and he
No,
had way too many bullets killing him.
Yeah, it's not even necessarily about the time that it took to kill. It's about the number of bullets expended. Look at
He's perched up. He's perched up like a bird in a tree. What are you doing?
Oh
what are you doing?
My
no
goodness,
way.
That he gets one is wild. What is this? Okay,
What is
well,
happening?
and Am gets another kill with the MP9. Gets traded out though. Do they know Jogun's here is the question. Did he make noise?
They do now.
Gets Phil. Yep.
And that wasn't Wu, so Jogan's aware that someone could be up close.
Oh no! And he hears the last player ramp too. He can just tuck short, surely.
Yeah. Here comes Bingus with an M4.
Yeah, Bingus is gonna get in rotation. Oh, they're gonna swing together shortly.
Oh, gets the ding. He's 1 HP. Okay, traded out.
Okay.
Right. 8-4.5 for AVI. Well done.
Picturesque CS. Perfect CS, mind you.
Yeah, no
Players
mistakes were made at all. That was
like,
perfect.
The pros will watch Zim's hold on B and realize how much more they can do on this map.
Yeah, like Shush is gonna look at what like the greatest B anchors of the game on Vertigo are gonna look at what Zim is doing and they're gonna learn. They're
gonna copy it.
Zim is single-handedly transforming the way that you play B site on Vertigo. This is
right before
trailblazing in the truest. Yeah, right before it gets removed from the pool. Yeah, when this map is gone in 2 months, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Ukar.
8's really good, right? And based off the T side we saw on Dust 2, there's really no reason for me to suspect that. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's 5 people across the grate. Cam, get ready!
No, we just run up ramp. Yeah, the W key. Why not? Their flash is good though. Not their flash stuffs them.
The flash is
really
good.
just stuck on each other short.
The flash does not deter AVI.
Okay, Jogan with 2 really crucial trades here. Oh, but gets caught on the mid reload. Oy.
Jogan to clutch.
Good one, this is short.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jogan, wow! Oh, what an adjustment on the Moose! That is an unbelievable clutch. Wow!
Let's go!
Wow, Jogan, what an unbelievable round to win, because now this should be AVI going up 2-10 on their T side.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, whoever was in playing by hell there really should have had the initial fight, but that's an unbelievable adjustment to catch Moose out there. Well done by Jogan, getting a very, very crucial round. Ooh, Zeus in the corner here. Oh no. It's over. It's so over. What was that? It's all right. We're go to map 3. We're done here. Let's go to map 3. I don't even care. I don't even care about the rest of this map. You know.
Wait, dude, Jogan has to be playing on Black Bars. There's no way.
I don't. I have no.
There's no way he's not playing on 4-3 because Philippek was fully in view on our observer HUD, and Jogan just.
I don't even. What can you really say?
Oh my god.
Some quality Counter-Strike being played
at the highest tier.
Keep in mind, this is premier Counter-Strike. You will not see this at any other level. All right, This is the finest that CSC has to offer.
2 top 4 teams.
Yeah, keep in mind.
In the tier.
AVI, arguably the best team in Premier. Yeah. At least if you talk to power rankings, they would tell you that. But
well, this is
what does power rankings know?
A mockery of the system. This is interesting. Nobody's in mid. Moose is finally rotating over now, but this B split looks deadly. I mean,
Slimy eats that nade. Yeah, that's really tough. They're not gonna be looking at him though. Looks like they're more around. Never mind. Doesn't matter. He swings out. Yeah.
Yeah. And Moose on a weird off angle and
traded out.
Caught out. And
where's the bomb though? Okay, they have it now. Oh, but there's 2 players on flank.
Yeah. But I mean, look at the space that Jogan's been able to get. He basically calls CT's empty, and so now they should be aware that there's 2 players on
Bingus gets a really crucial frag though. That's really important.
Everyone's hurting. Oh, Moose is gonna give away his position. Is he gonna expect Jogan this close?
I don't think he does. Yeah, Jogan swings on and gets it. Wow, with the MP9 too. I think Moose had head armor. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
Jogan into the 1v1 with the MAC-10 though. The heavily disadvantaged situation, surely.
But bomb is down. Bomb is down. You don't need to swing. Uh-oh.
Yeah, no kid from J-Mao. Oh no, he just caught trying to pick up the AK and Jogan gets him. Oh my goodness. Another crucial T-side clutch there from Jogan, giving the Owls 11. What are these rounds? I mean, look, that was... Oi, I don't... I could understand, look, that looks weird if you're looking at J-Mao's POV, but looking at the number of bullets that he had in the gun, it was understandable to try to reach for the AK. It just didn't work out because Jogan was... So looks awkward, but not necessarily horribly played from J-Mao there. Just an unfortunate situation. I am sure that this is Premier. I could not be mistaken about that.
Are you sure?
I'll inquire with the CSC admins after this game as to whether or not this was a Premier game, but
I think this is super Premier, bro.
this might be super. Look, Bingus is tier max. All right, this.
Uh-oh. Arm your egos.
Okay, no. Okay, we're good.
Okay,
now.
well-
It gets cleaned up. It's not that weird.
Well,
Phil does get
did it get cleaned
well,
up? Phil picks up how finds one
Alright,
on
I'm
B.
not gonna-
Wait, does Phil have the bomb? No, he doesn't. Okay, thank God.
Okay, we're good. We're good. It's not even a problem. Where the hell is Bingus right now? Bingus is like
Bingus-
in no man's land on B.
Bingus is doing his own thing. Okay,
Okay,
Bingus
Bingus gets J-Mao.
Yeah, Bingus is finding J-Mao, okay? Do not doubt Bingus. Okay? He's on his own wavelength, his own frequency.
Bingus does understand the game at a higher level than anybody else. Even like Nico, I think Bingus is probably better than Nico. If you ask me right now, who would I take more likely to win the major? I think it's probably Bingus.
Especially after Nico's gonna go to Falcons.
Yeah, true. Well, Nico's never going to have another opportunity to win a major after this Shanghai major because he's going to Falcons, and Falcons can never win anything.
Yeah, well. I mean, Nico will win an award for the most desks slammed.
Well, not necessarily most desks slammed, but most desks destroyed, certainly.
Oh, wait, but who do you got for most desks slammed?
I don't, Device is well, okay. Doesn't keep the AK, Philipek. That stinks. Whatever. Let's see. I think it would be Device, honestly. No,
Really?
Device's monitors, not desks. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay,
Alright,
well...
Slimy gets the AWP, but problematically, Slimy is 1 in 16 with
Okay,
8
but, like-
ADR right now.
Okay, but, like, he didn't put up a pie stat line, okay? So, like, it's fine. Right? He didn't go 3 and 14, so it's okay.
I mean, this is like worse though. This is
it?
1 in yeah.
It's, like, less
much worse.
memeable.
I
Can't
guess.
just say
but
pie.
it's-
Oh,
he's
Slimy,
2 in
kills.
16.
And he's
Okay,
immediately
yeah.
dead. And he's immediately dead.
This
Woo!
move is so blind. Oh my God, they're both full blind, just spraying at each other. Okay, AVI get a
Buddy,
sight.
yes.
All right, to close the map here, AVI in a
Okay, Am's had
4v2 retake. Am with the Glock out, he's gonna swing. He's one in mid with a Glock. What is this? I don't.
God.
Oh my God, Moose. That'll hurt. That's D6 psychic damage right there.
Yeah.
And James, okay, we're getting a little
positive, go positive.
over eager right now.
No, we're not. Go
Let's
positive, go
not
positive, J-Mo.
feed kills to J-Now, please. Let's get this map over with.
Okay,
All right,
the map's
and Zim will
By
close.
presidential, by executive order, the map is over.
All right.
13-4. Basically,
decidedly more dominant showing from AVI there. So, you know, maybe what I was saying earlier is coming to fruition. You know,
yeah.
AVI with, you know, 0-2 on Dust 2, make it 13-11, then stomp on Vertigo. It really will come down to what HG's T side will be on Anubis. Because if they cannot get off to a hot start on T side Anubis, this, I think it's curtains, surely.
And I think the narrative, I mean, we're going to rib on Slimy here a ton because he played really well on Dust 2, but like Slimy's going to keep reaching for the op, right? Like that's not in question.
Oh,
How
for
much
sure.
impact is he going to get on T-side Anubis? It's a much more open map than Vert is, right? Like the op lines there are much more natural. You've got one in mid, you've got one, you know, predominantly at stairs. And the angles are just all a little bit longer than they are on Vert. You know, can he find some more impact on that gun? Because realistically, like the couple of rounds he had on T-side Vert were, I mean, they literally were useless. And HG never really had the initiative on a lot of those T rounds going in. Sure, they got a couple of early picks here and there. They got gifted a couple of bad timings, especially off of AVI rotating in between mid and A. But I mean, you saw that T side from AVI. Jogan came up huge with a couple of clutches, but the momentum was unrelenting.
Yeah, I think AVI just like rightfully pissed after that Dust 2 loss. We're just like, we're so much better than HG. Like, let's just run at them and win.
Yeah.
And that's what they did, to their credit. Like, simple game plan, simple outcome.
Yeah. And the thing for me now is, does AVI stay this aggressive like they were on Vert on Anubis CT? I think personally, you need to maintain some level of aggression on that map in order to find information about if the T's are in canals, B main, mid, whatever, right? But
Hmm.
we also saw sometimes, especially, we love to rib on him, right? Like Zim was over eager on B sometimes. There were a couple of plays in mid that didn't really work out for AVI, right?
Okay, well,
It,
you say over eager. I say, reinventing how to play the map. But
yeah,
that's just
uh-huh.
two different perspectives on the issue.
Yeah, for
Whatever, I
sure.
guess.
Yeah, I mean, call it however you want, right? But how will AVI channel that aggression, right? Because on Dust 2, the aggression was bad, didn't work, and
Yeah.
you got to Vert, you got to a map that clearly you've been practicing. Clearly, HG is not going to be able to win this map, right? Like you just come in, punch him in the mouth, right? Here's Anubis. Here's a map where you guys are both, on much more equal footing. What's the play?
Um, I don't even know. I think HG, you just say, well, that one sucked. Let's, do what AVI did essentially at the end of um
Dust
at
2.
the end of Dust 2, just like reset, lock in, let's play. Hey, it's a BO1 now, all right? Um, we can just we don't need to worry about what happened before to playoff BO1 to go to finals. No pressure at all. Let's just have fun, team.
Yeah. I think for sure. And the most important thing now is I'm curious to see what HG cooks up on the pistol, because so far all of the pistols have been just five
W
people in a
key.
ball, sprint it.
Yep.
Do they try to do anything tricky on Anubis, right? Finally a map with a little bit of horizontal, like, extreme, like some ability to like really kind of play the map a little bit. Like HG pistol on Dust 2, like they had the slimy backstab, but the lawn fight was so decisive, the backstab was not really necessary. It was cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Slimy got his, but like when you wiped AVI's ass for them on lawn, like did you really need to, pull out, the cloak and dagger, so to speak? But now you're on a map again, theoretically much more evenly matched, right? And don't forget, AVI picked this over Nuke. That's a
True.
map
Yeah.
HG did not play. Did they play? They might have played once,
I don't
right?
think they did. Hold on, let me check.
Yeah, it was either
We're
once.
taking a look at that right now.
Yeah, was it once or was it not at all? Not at all.
Survey says not at all. Yes.
Yeah. So you're picking a map they're 2-0 on, right? Versus picking a map that they didn't play. I hope you have something, right? Because conventional wisdom does not suggest that you pick Anubis into HG, right? But let's trust in AVI, right? Let's see what they have cooking. I'll let you know in a couple of rounds if I want to play to it or not.
Okay. All right. I will keep that in mind, and in 5 rounds time, I will remind you of that.
Yeah, I mean, I already had dinner, but I mean, what what's another
Yeah.
dinner?
What's another dinner? What's another
I mean,
600 calories?
it's not like the blood pressure can get any low or any higher.
No, not at this point.
So I might as well just have like a cheeseburger or
Yeah,
something
you're
to like
just like popping arteries for fun at
I
this
just
point.
like
What's
just
another artery that's
I know it's like I have a whole network of them, right? Like who cares if one of them pops?
yeah, it's just
Like
blood. You got a lot of blood in your
you
system.
call
I
like that's what
think.
they call redundancy, right? Like if one
True,
part
that is
fails, the
redundancy.
rest yeah, like the rest of it keeps up. So like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Many such
but
cases. Many such cases. Many people are saying these things.
yeah, but
A big question for me is if TB1
yeah,
were in on Vertigo, could HG have won that?
who does he replace?
Probably Slimy, right? Like if TB1 is in for Slimy, do HG win that map? I
I think they get
claim
double digits, but
I
I don't know about
claim yes. I claim yes. I think the TB1 effect, it's not about in-server performance or fragging ability. It's about the cultural impact that you're bringing to your team. Because at the end of the day, that's really all we care about in CSC, right? Is cultural
That's fair.
impact. Trophy or not doesn't matter. It's, how do your accomplishments in server translate to people yapping about you out of server?
Speaking of cultural impact, how's your SSD doing?
I didn't write it yet.
You didn't write. But you
You
spent the
can't
entire.
you can't tease it on. Because I was busy on like focusing on the on the
God.
pre-draft shit.
Oh my
Or
God.
not pre-draft, sorry, the pre-game stuff, and I just didn't really have. You can't tease that live on stream, man.
Why
Like that's
not?
important stuff. What do you mean? Why not? This is privileged information.
Okay, if you say
It
so.
hasn't been released to the public. This is basically leaking, if you think about it. Like that's a staff ban.
I
Anyways,
don't care. It's the public SSD.
we'll be going back into the pistol now on our final map of the half, and finally HG opting to slow things down a little bit. Looks like it's going to be a delayed mid A take.
Zim didn't slow anything down.
Of course, why not? Why would he?
Well, Quattro trades one back immediately, and now he falls back to the.
Ooh, gets
Quattro with
two. Great shot.
Wow, was Zim inting part of the plan?
Probably not. I think Quattro is just better, probably, if I had to
Well.
guess.
Jameout does shut down Jogan, so no pistol heroics from him, and a bomb will go down here as Bingus is trading shots. 3v3, and while
Oh, the bomb doesn't go down. Bomb doesn't go down. They can just tuck here. Just tuck. You don't have to swing. The bomb is not down.
Bingus goes down instead.
Okay, they're opting for the fights, though. Quattro's been hot. He could get one more. Okay. And we'll help him out in that endeavor. 2v1. And sure, yeah, both of them surely just tuck here, right? Play behind broken wall. You know the bomb is down on cake.
And neither of them will tuck.
Okay, why would you tuck? Why would you tuck is the thing.
He's gonna tuck on the low. Oh, okay, they're both gonna tuck on the low ground.
Okay, well, they're gonna sniff.
They're gonna push it. Okay, they're gonna push into Jameout. Yeah, why not?
No way.
Why not? Show your dominance. Assert your dominance over Jameout. Go.
Okay, hey, it works. Wait, who? All right, it works. Never ever.
Zim pushes top mid, gets information that there's 3 people mid, so it inspires Quattro to hit his shots, both on Slimy and on Woo. And then, instead of playing conventional wisdom, which is to let him have the bomb and then rush him when he taps it, why don't you just swing into him? Because you're playing Counter-Strike 2. Holding angles doesn't work.
It was also sort of a double whammy, right? Because at the start of the round, Zim W keys out B main, gets the info that there are 3 sitting top mid, but gets picked off. And instead of slowing down the round and trying to retake B space, HG are like, nah, we'll just send it up mid, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it was
and then
so
they lose,
stupid that HG thought that they could take advantage of it. And I mean,
yeah.
in most worlds, they'd be right. But, I mean, okay, Zim is up canals now. Like, can we just follow this guy around the world? Like, Jesus
Honestly,
Christ.
like, yeah, let's have the observer POV be on Zim only.
Oh my God!
Cool. Sure, get another fraudulent eco frag. Why not?
No.
Alright, well, never mind.
No, there's the fraud. All right.
Alright,
Well,
added as a fraud. No, Bingus. It's Bingus's turn to die to a Glock.
I'd
I'd probably just tuck here if I were you. Make that good.
Swing, get one. Oh, he gets.
And he does swing.
Dude, Rubai, you're not thinking. Like,
I think it's just because I'm not really able to get into the premier mindset. You know, I think that's the difference, is that I'm just not.
Well,
like, I'm just not at this level.
This is PS2 mindset. You either swan or you get swan. You know what I mean?
True.
Like, this is a swinging or be swan world, and I mean AVI is preaching it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. An actual gun round, please. Some semblance of normalcy. I don't know why I asked. This is like Arnold on like the Magic School Bus. He was like, "Can we just have a normal round, please?"
Nah. You will not. You will watch these rounds because you volunteered to.
Oh yeah, I mean here comes the canals pit.
Hey, look at that. We're just all right. Yeah.
Well,
okay, but Moose gets traded on. Am's gonna get an AK here, so.
And a lot of good information that HG is not pushed anywhere else.
Yeah, HG don't have any space, and Quattro's gonna swing mid. It's just. Oh my goodness gracious.
99% of CT pushers stop right before they get
their
the
next big
round.
duel.
Yeah. Not even the next big duel, just the flawless round. I mean, look at the space. They're still maintaining this space. Like, one person's like, Bingus is awkwardly holding.
Yeah, and HG are going to walk into this. Am can just look away, and they're not even going to clear him. Oh, but they still get 2 kills. How?
Oh,
what is that? That is unbelievable.
Why is
Jogan can get 2 here, though. Okay, never mind. Jameout gets him. That's a blinder of a shot, first of all, but... Wow. Okay.
What's happening?
Yeah.
I'm
So
confused.
normal rounds. Normal rounds. All right.
Normal.
Well, Econ gets sort of weird for AVI. They will have 2 MP9s in this one.
Yeah, but like,
So
okay, but with the way they're playing, like the MP9 is basically like a gun. It's like a rifle base. It's like a better rifle.
I just like you think they would become readable after having gone for this
Okay, but like, how do you read
tiki
someone?
taka utter woke nonsense?
How do
you
you
know.
read just blatant aggression across the map? Like, it's not even like calcul. Oh, Joe.
Oh, Jogun. Oh, okay. All right, gets out. Not even a little bit worried.
No, not close either. But like, how do you read any of this, right? Like, what is there to read? It's like, oh, they're gonna run into our crosshairs, and then they run into your crosshairs. They end up winning like half the gunfights anyway. It's like, oh well, shit.
I don't know. Just shoot harder. It's stupid.
Okay, all right, yeah.
It's easy. I don't know. Counter-Strike is simple. Just shoot the other guy before he shoots you. But finally, a more normal default round here. HD being very disciplined with their mid-control protocols. Although AVI have a lot of info everywhere except for mid. It will bring the second player over to Temple to try to...
Gentlemen, you're not allowed to do that on stream.
Yeah. If you saw that, no, you didn't.
That is a disgusting act by Slimy.
Yeah. And neither it promises AVI really isn't playing for any mid-round info here. Okay, never mind.
Well,
As I say that, Zim is pushing out B and gets J-Mal. All right, classic caster curse.
And more importantly, there are now 3 people towards this A side of the map as HG is trying to split it.
Yeah, and Jogan's going to hear the steps in mid, so they know that this has to be an A take, and Quattro will get one on the defense. Gets traded out, but yeah, Am swings, and okay, but the flurry of trades happening on A here really all depends. Yeah, look at Zim's flank here. It really all depends on this timing. Oh no, but Phil gets one through cams. But oh, Slimy's not holding heaven. Philipek trades, they know the last one's A main. Zim drops the molly heaven, has to take this 1v1 on Phil.
Wants redemption for Dust 2. He needs it.
Doesn't have a kit, notably. Not having a kit is huge here. Because Phil can just tuck all the way to sewer. Just swing here, Zim. Oh, brutal. Wow. That's actually like a really massive clutch too, because money is reset for AVI and HG can really start to build their economy up now, because obviously we're gonna have an eco.
The swinger gets Swan World is it's costing AVI now. Like Jogan gets the kill onto Slimy after tucking in, like finding a really nice timing. You don't need to swing back out into Philipek. Just keep jiggling, you know, that like heaven wall.
Well, I don't think that Jogan knew that Phil was through cams. They might not have had that info, so I think he was
Phil
just
kill someone?
I don't know. I guess if you saw that, then
I thought Phil's position was known, but I mean, you live by the swing, you die by it, right? Like you're basically trusting all these fights to come down to individual gunfights. And I mean, Phil has been on a heater again. We've mentioned it that he was just insane on the UPS series, constantly having 190, like 110 ADR games. Opened up Vertigo, basically was the only player on HG with a consistent pulls, with all due respect, and now he's coming out, blazing out of the gates again, 6-2, and he's got a clutch to his name as well.
Yeah, and a very important one of that, because AVI, they won't have to double save, notably. It will be just a 1-round save. And HG have this perfectly read, they're just W keying up to B. So clearly they had something on prep that AVI like to do mid stacks on their pistol rounds, because I don't think you call something this fast on an eco.
Yeah.
Normally, at least. Okay, just don't. Wu just has to live here. I think he will. All right, well handled.
Well, and Slimy's hurt now, and
that nade is huge, though. Over 100 damage.
Okay.
Ooh, and another dunk.
Boost from downtown.
LeBron James style.
Yep.
Not related to Lepuki at all.
No.
Notably.
No.
Entirely different human beings, not related to one another.
If Quattro is Lepuki, who's Brawny on this team?
That's a good question.
Is it Hawkish?
I don't really think there is a Brawny, because if there was a Brawny, it would be like someone going like 0-16 and like 580R. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like Brawny is probably on AVI Recruit. You know. I'm not gonna say a name. I'm not gonna say the name of any players on AVI Recruit, because that would be awfully rude. But like, if there were an AVI Brawny, it would be on Recruit. You know,
the easier answer is just to blame Hawkish for it again.
Oh yeah, true. It is. Yeah, no, everything bad that happens is. Yeah, that is hawkish. You're so right for that. Is the funny thing. Everything bad that happens is hawkish's
Well,
fault.
here comes Canal's aggression from yours truly.
Ah, but he's not swinging though. Well, no,
I-
he's not. But he gets one. All right, whatever. One and done.
Which
Definitely
is actually not
advantage
a good
T-side,
trade
though.
for the CTs.
Yeah, that's
I would
a
not.
bad trade. They don't get anything out of that.
I mean,
This is just straight up advantage HG here, but
yeah. And I think
they're
the
not.
interesting thing is they swung that without HG throwing the E-box smoke, right?
Yeah,
He was in a
true.
position that you don't expect HG to contest it, and there's randomly 2 players in it for no reason.
Yeah, Zim could have gotten totally smoked by Slimy if he was posted up T-stairs too.
Yeah, but oh,
Oh,
and
kill
well,
from Jogan on B, and
Jogan was smoked
now.
loose.
Okay, this looks very good for AVI. They have 3 players posted up B main, no E-box pressure whatsoever, and Bingus is in a very good spot to just defend the site.
Yeah.
It all comes down to if they can catch Jogan in transition or not, though.
I smoke off the back of it, and Bingus.
Ooh, weird. Okay, Bingus can't get one, but Jogan does get one, and Am's gonna be in rotation. Yeah, well done by Jogan. Yeah, J Mount's 1 HP.
Yeah, and it's not winnable. I mean, Jogan is playing these rounds so well.
Yeah, Jogan has had some insanely impactful
Like, we didn't mention his name at all in the pre-show, right? Like, it came into the season 0-9, like, obviously, like, you know, on an AVI roster this good, like, obviously someone has to bottom, like, unfortunately, right? But I mean, like, jeez, like, the impact he had a couple of rounds on Dust 2, and then also on Vert with the pistols, and now he's just coming in. I mean, this B site is, like, closed for business.
Yeah, and going into the series, you're thinking, well, it's probably going to be Am or Bingus, right?
Yeah.
Because they've been
But
crushing it.
You know, Bingus has been good, but Am's been weirdly quiet. I feel like, I don't know if it's my fault, right? Could totally be my fault, but I haven't said Am's name a ton.
Well, look, plenty of game to be played, so it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
as if Am
Oh.
doesn't have opportunities to
To start
step up
doing
into
something
this
ridiculous.
one. Yeah, for sure.
You know what they say, a lot of game left.
Oh, many such cases.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay, Slimy does get dunked on for about 30 HP. And even
And-
lower, because look at Zim again, he's pushed out Canal!
Yeah. This is mental warfare. This is advanced warfare. If you keep running into Slimy's scope, he's going to question why you're so stupid to do it, and he starts whiffing shots.
Yeah, he's less concerned about hitting the shot and more just thinking, why would you ever swing that angle? You know?
Yeah. And just
But-
that little tick of brain lag is enough, and Zim just gets away with highway robbery again. But AVI, tone it down now. They sit in a much more standard default. No stupid pushes, no info plays yet.
Looks like HG just gonna put together a B split here through this E-box push, and AVI really aren't in any position to contest this. They have 2 site anchors that really need to go big for them here.
Bingus has a molly. Does he get it off in time? It doesn't look like he
No,
will.
I don't think so. I think they're just holding this contact block. Oh, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, Phil just gets 2. Wow, 2 very clean. You saved this if you're AVI, surely, right?
Yes,
yeah,
yeah,
they're
the
already
round's
tucking tail. Yeah, round's over.
I'm shocked Bingus doesn't get even 1 there. I understand Zim getting caught because, you know, it's very reminiscent of like the J-Mouse situation on Dust 2, right? You kind of expect Bingus to be holding that walkout of E-Box, but it looks like Phil just threads the needle perfectly and just
Yeah.
owns Zim and then just turns 90 degrees and puts Bingus in the dirt.
It was sort of a weird overturning of what AVI have been doing basically throughout this entire series, which is like very aggressive info plays, right? Obviously, Zim goes for that early peak E-box and does spot the off there, but after that, AVI just completely tuck and they don't even go for any mid peaks at all, and I think if they had swung mid and saw that there was nobody there, they would have had the info to get into rotation easier, and that becomes a very different round.
I wonder if AVI's playbook has some kind of mid-round aggression because HG is so slow and so tentative out of the gate now. For good reason,
sure.
mind you, right?
Yeah.
But if you can catch HG in the setup for a take, maybe someone's got a nade out and they can't trade that kill easily. Like, or maybe you run into the solo lurk over towards like the soft side of the map, right? But this AVI CT has, across all 3 maps, has been very, either we're running at you or we're playing a passive default. There's really no in between.
Yeah, and on a different note, we've been talking about how we haven't had to say Am's name a lot. I've been noticing a consistent pattern of him not getting a real gun, notably on a FAMAS here as the solo A-side anchor.
Yeah, well, I mean, he should just be buying an MP9, surely, right?
Oh, you know, keeping in theme with what he's already been doing this game, I suppose that would be the appropriate thing to do.
Yeah.
And again, this is going to come down to whether or not AVI can fish for this mid-round info, because HG going for a very slow mid take, and these B players are turtled up, expecting some sort of aggression to come out B main, but not to be, because HG are just turning this into a mid take. Great nade thrown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Slimy misses another shot on
oh,
Obama.
No, and Zim gets the opening kill. They're going to go cams, though. This is definitely still a winnable round for HG. It depends. Never mind. Okay, Bingus gets two. Never mind. All right, round over. Sorry. I don't know why I said that. I forgot that Bingus was on A, and that's sort of
happens to the best of us.
Good things happen when Bingus gets in a position. Oh wow!
Okay.
Another huge shot on the fill. All right, whatever.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Sure, swing him again. Swing him again. Do it, Zim. Swing him.
He just did.
All right. Well,
I mean,
he gets some okay, Am gets the kill though.
And on a FAMAS, nonetheless.
Yeah, and picks up the op too, because he can hand that over to Quattro, and AVI
sure.
have some additional plays opened in that playbook. So.
Okay. I need to start using my powers for good. Okay. Slimy will not hit an op shot for the rest of the series.
Oh, I love this. This is a perfect. I love this. Well, does it like work on like a higher like meta level where it's like because you're trying to trick the universe into like reverse jinxing Slimy that it will it will come to fruition?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, so you're actively trying to harm Slimy?
Huh?
No, because never mind. Let's just get into the rounds. Jogan gets the opening kill on a Moose. Zim, oh my goodness, pushes Canal again. Quattro gets a kill with a 5-7, and Bingus trades out the Canal player. They're not going to be ready for this push. But Bingus can't find the kill. Phil's in a weird spot here, and gets killed by Bingus. This is another very, very early set of pushes from AVI. And unpunished, notably unpunished. Okay, so that's crazy. I don't know how that happens, but this is. And look, this is like let's keep it real here. This is a stellar CT side from AVI because HG are going to go on eco here, and AVI should be teed up to get 6 on Anubis CT side. I think that's really huge.
In my shitpost tirade, one thing I failed to mention is Moose actually opt that round before Jogan, the hero of B side, just put Moose in the ground with an AK headshot. I think Jogan got tagged with a wall over, but Slimy did give the op up, which is not good for HG.
I think Am just needs to live here, surely. Oh, another meaty nade.
A lot better than live.
Yeah, he will just. Everybody's in position. Easy eco win.
Yeah, everybody got theirs, but I mean that's a bad crisis of confidence, right? If Slimy does that again.
Yeah, that is very weird. That your primary opper who enjoys getting the op out. This is not like oh yeah, maybe I'll op 1 or 2 rounds type of opper. Like Slimy is a dedicated primary opper, so that is a little bit weird to see. But maybe Moose felt like he had, a timing or some sort of play that he had formulated in his head. So maybe it's not a confidence thing.
Against Jogan, who's now
Jogan the Joe Goat, more like.
Yeah. I mean, oh boy.
And Zim going for another B main swing, because why wouldn't you in this scenario?
Yeah.
Of course.
Immediately punished.
Punished. Yeah, punished. Deserved to be honest. That was a little excessive.
Yeah, and I mean,
it's one. If you're not gonna do it off of like the spawn timing, then don't do it at all.
But this is an overreaction now because of off that play. You've got 3 people on the B bomb side and nobody home in mid. It's really just Am on this A side of the map, and the rotate's not comfy for AVI to get back in position.
Yeah, but HG aren't taking a whole lot of initiative here because there's no mid space. Like they are starting to crawl at mid right now, but Bomb is still parked over by B main, so I think they might drop Canal here.
Yeah. But Bingus
now they're going to try to see if they can get like a look that they like in mid. Depends on if Quattro can get the pick with the op.
And he's not really staring at the right angle. I think House will actually see his.
Ooh, okay. This gets weird.
J-Mao, don't do it. You have so much to live for, J-Mao.
Yeah. Oh, they see his barrel. That's awkward.
They smoked cams off, and it looks like they're going to do a B split.
Oh, and this but it works out for them though because they have a player that's rotating into sewers.
Yeah. And
this
Bingus,
rotation from Quattro is weird.
Yeah, Bingus.
Yeah, and the open B site. Yeah. That was a little preemptive on AVI's part.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, good shot from Phil too. That was awesome.
Yeah. I'm gonna start questioning. Okay, hang on, time out. First things first. Let's calm down. AVI has 6 on CT and Anubis. That's actually really good
Yeah.
for starters. But this is against an HG team that did put up 7 CT rounds of their own against Gas in the regular season. So, you know, the traditional.
Okay, but it's
dynamic-
against Gas. Like I'm not.
Okay,
look,
but,
I'm
like,
not.
what
This
do
is
you-
not. I'm
what
not
do you
trying to
have
turn this
Gas?
into a let's shit on Gas fest. But Gas were the worst team in Premier,
I'm gonna
notably
send
by like a
I'm gonna-
fairly large margin.
I'm gonna send Crazy after you.
You're gonna send. Look, I mean, I'm sure Crazy's got shooters. Like I'm sure that I don't want that smoke, but I mean, I'm trying to, you know,
Yeah.
keep it real
But-
here. And the reality is that Gas were the worst team.
Sure. The question now is, does AVI on the last round? Okay.
Oh no, this is.
They'll keep a gun and
Okay, but
Zip
that's
is
okay. Never mind. They're gonna get 2
Yeah.
drops over, but
Yeah.
one player is gonna have less util. Is the
no,
caveat
they're
here?
okay.
No, Phil. Okay, well, Phil does get.
Oh, you're
Okay,
saying on
Moose
HG
is
side.
only on. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
HG,
yeah,
not
sorry.
AVI. Yeah, the
Alright.
AVI losing those guns doesn't.
I'm
really
so
matter.
conditioned into thinking CT economy is always terrible that I immediately panned over to AVI's side, even though they won like the last 6 or 7.
Yeah, yeah.
No. Okay, sure. He's doing it again.
Okay, but at least they're doing it off the spawn time. He's got the op too. This is
Do you think the op saddles him to like make smarter decisions? Like you have an op.
no, not at all. Not even a little bit.
Oh.
Okay,
Venus
this.
call-
Okay, he's gonna get woo with the nade though. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is okay.
Does
It's
the molly come
doable.
out? And the
Oh
molly's
yeah,
out?
Slimy has to tuck. Yeah, no, they can hold this site as long as they can stop
This
the
is
B
a bit
main
forward
push.
from HB. Yeah, the
Yeah,
entire
for
cavalry
sure.
from AVI is here.
Yeah. Yeah, and Zim gets 1. Oh, okay, but Phil finds the spray. It's a 2v2 now. Okay, Phil, ooh, good fake plant.
Uh-oh.
Quattro has to go huge. Ooh,
Wow.
can't find
Moose,
the
great
adjustment.
shot.
Okay, so all things considered, getting a 6-6 half there for HG, not bad. That could have been much more catastrophic than it
Yeah.
was, but
Especially off of losing the pistol, mind you. So that
yeah,
was 6
true,
round round.
true. Yeah, no, that's a 1 CT pistol from AVI turned into a 6-6 half. So not apocalyptic for HG, but 100% advantage AVI here.
Yeah.
It will. I think things will really like the pistol is going to be so huge here because if AVI can get up 8-6, then I think they
Yeah.
can start to steamroll a little bit.
So HG did not really have a good response. It was enough to win them Dust 2, but it wasn't the greatest response towards just 5 people running at you. They definitely didn't have a response on Bird. Do they have it on Anubis? Jogan's got the hero Tech 9 of all things from AM.
I love this personally. I think this is you put the Tech 9 in the hands of the guy that's been delivering you the most impact
Yeah. And I mean,
in the biggest rounds. So
and it's only going to be Slimy here to receive AVI. I mean, Slimy, get you some kills.
oh, and
still
immediately
a
it's get gushed. Oh, and they have okay. They're not gonna spot the guy Cam.
Quattro's hungry.
Oh, Lapuki wants him. Doesn't find him though. But I mean, this is and Moose is dinked too. Oh my goodness.
Oh, there's Slimy. Never mind. He wasn't even an A.
Okay,
Jesus, Jogan.
Wow.
Stop with the pistol heroics.
I know he's just absolutely crazy.
Okay. Now
That's why you give him the Tech 9, man. That's why he's the GOAT. That's
How
why he's
many
the
kills
MVP.
did those AVI feed through the smoke to HG? It was
I
almost there.
don't
Oh, okay.
Okay, you should just tuck now, guys. Let's play this like normal human beings.
And there goes Quattro.
Well, okay, timer on the bottom.
Yeah, the
actually.
time's out,
this
the
is
time.
fine. This is fine. This
Okay.
is lovely.
What is even the kill reward on pistol rounds?
Just spots him at the last second. Did JMO even have anything?
88 kills.
I just Jogan is crazy, man.
Jogan's
Jogan is absolutely
Dude,
insane.
Jogan on pistol rounds is like a fundamentally different player than Jogan on rifles. Like, how does this make any sense?
Well, I mean, even Jogan on rifles is going crazy too.
Yeah, he was
like
crazy too.
he's just the GOAT. He's just better. What can you really say?
Okay, but here's the problem. HE could not stop 5 AVI players running at them on the A-bomb site.
True.
Can they do it on a... this round's a wash, surely. I mean, even I can't say that, right? Like, there's no way even me is not to, like, jinx this, okay?
Yeah, this doesn't look like HG
Zip,
really have any say in this round.
Hold on,
either.
timeout. Where did that... Oh, that molly actually landed? No, that's Am's molly.
And where did? Yeah, it just
Did you
didn't
just see
pop.
that molly from Zim? No way.
All right, yeah, and this A push is gonna get called. Even though Am dies, it doesn't really matter. They're just gonna get B for free round over. And
But-
Mac 10 is dropped, so no harm done.
But hang on, timeout. Did you see that molly Zim through? Like, that's got to be an interview question, right? Like,
I don't know where was that intended to be thrown.
I think
but
that was supposed to go to doors.
I have no. Yeah, that was... Okay.
Okay, hang on. Time out. AVI, you're not playing Valorant. You don't get kills. You don't get ultimate points for kills on ecos. Don't stop peeking people.
That's actually a thing in Valorant. You get like your ultimate from killing
Yeah,
people.
every kill, no matter what kind of round it is, you get a point.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. So like on the second round, the meta sometimes for the person with like the most ult points is like you force feed them like an M4 basically, and then everyone else just runs around like human drones.
That's amazing. Valorant is truly an incredible game.
It's an incredible game. It's like a majestic game, you know. Like it's like the horse at the farm that like has like 4 different colors on it. You're like, wow. But it also like farts out like gas clouds, you know. Like, wow.
I don't understand where this metaphor is going at all, but I respect I appreciate your candor nevertheless.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, gun round. Can HG stop AVI rushing them?
They might just go for like a fast A play here. Yeah, 4 players over towards the A side. I wonder if this is going to turn into some sort of a fake. Bingus
no
might try
house,
to fake it here.
No house, no E-box smoke, so this play better be fast or there's a lot of info for HG to get.
Yeah, and okay, the E-box smoke does go down, but there's but there's nobody in rotation to help out main here.
Yeah,
like
but it's Philipek and Slimy are close, right?
Yeah, but the problem is that look at all the attention Bingus is drawing. Okay, now they're finally starting to get people over towards the top step.
That's an interesting off angle, and Wu benefits big time from it too. And wow, yeah, Wu does a great job on that tucked angle to get 2, and Philipek cleans up with a 2K of his own. And
I've never seen that angle be played before. That's actually that's nice from Wu, certainly. Yeah, round over.
Okay,
and 4 alive is actually really big for HG there. Like if they had lost any more people in that round, like things start to become dire for them because Eco was in a very fragile spot.
And I mean, AVI's eco is not exactly good because AIM had to rebuy, I think, what was an AK on that round. So he's going to go for what I imagine is a tech, or he's going to get dropped to Mac 10.
A Tech 9, he's going to get dropped.
But hey, I mean,
Am is like, this is so uncharacteristic because Am is playing the econ like he's the support player, you know?
But I mean, sometimes you just game got to recognize game, you know? Like Jogan and Bingus have just been going crazy. Like Zim and Quattro are no slouches of their own, right? Sometimes you just let your teammates,
let them cook. Let them cook.
Yeah.
But Amma's no slouch either.
No, for sure. I mean, he's going to do damage on the Tech 9, so just watch out.
Alright, well, you can't jinx it like that. That's not cool. Now he's going to get, like, stuffed on, like, the...
No, he's not. Watch this.
Okay. I believe. I believe in life after love. Ooh,
Okay.
Zim with the opening kill. J-Mount can't find one. They just got to trade out this player. But J-Mount gets out of dodge.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, they do find him eventually, and Am is pushing all the way to Temple to try to... He doesn't even grab a gun, though, oddly.
He doesn't need it. Oh, no, he's got it. Okay. Okay. All 3 players back sight, though. It's a
Slimy does have a good timing here. Could catch one.
Yeah, but he misses it just by inches.
But, oh, Am doesn't... What? Oh, my goodness, what a transfer!
Hey, hang on.
That's unbelievable.
Bingus has more HP here.
Oh, this is weird.
Oh,
no, Bingus isn't watching behind him. Oh, he sees the shadow. Bring around the Rosie. Oh, but Bingus checks it. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Slimy could have just... That's unbelievable. Yeah, Slimy could have gone insane there because if...
He did go insane, but he just couldn't find that last kill.
Yeah, that's just unlucky. That's an unbelievable spray transfer into just a tough 50-50 situation.
Yeah, it just couldn't speed up a little bit because if you make any noise, Bingus is going to flick you.
Yeah, for sure.
He's going to turn around on a heater. And I mean, HG now, do you buy on this? I mean, it looks like... I mean, 2 people did it.
2K buy. Wu is not going to be able to buy in the next, but everybody else will. Slimy might be able to drop one over if he can get some kills. AVI are fighting this. Okay, never mind. They cleaned up. Yeah, that's fine.
That looked a lot worse.
Yeah, that could have been weird.
Yeah. Well, that will be 10 for AVI, and... Yeah,
J-Mount can get a gun, though, I think. That's actually big if J-Mount can get a gun, because then Wu will have a buy in the next. So it's important that he picks up one here.
Yeah, and I don't think AVI would chase either, because look at Jogan, 50, like, quadruple.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And, like, Zim and Am would prefer not to rebuy, but he only gets an MP9. So, I mean, if we've seen anything, the MP9 is, again, basically a gun, but would have preferred an AK. I wonder if HG will call a timeout. Yeah, and I wonder if they'll dial up the aggression on CT, kind of like AVI did. Some
Oh, look at that. We got that lovely camera angle from our wonderful observer here.
absolute cinema.
You can see
Uh-oh.
the B site spire. And now J-Mao's dead. Goodbye, J-Mao. All right, no buy for Wu, unfortunately.
Yeah, he'll get a 5-second, basically a gun. I wonder. Yeah, okay, timeout. Right. Let's talk about the CT side because we got to find some way to stop AVI. It's like a 50-50 coin flip if it's just blatant aggression or if it's just wait until 45 seconds and hit a bomb site. Um, they've been working mid a little bit, but it does feel kind of just like AVI's getting on the bomb site and just owning everything.
Yeah, it's just there's a lot of space being given like on B that like I don't feel like E-Box has ever really been contested from HG at all. Like that canal space does come free. And even though it hasn't really been abused by AVI because it really just has been whenever AVI go B, they go through B main. It definitely is weird to see that part of the map not get contested because E-Box is arguably the most important position on the map. Depends on
Yeah.
who you ask. But
I wonder if Slimy's up will go for E-Box, and it does look like he's primed to head
yeah.
that way.
Notably, if keep in mind, CT op does not have the timing regardless of the spawn, but it doesn't look like AVI are actually going to try to play for canal, and
Yeah.
the smoke goes down, so Slimy's position is
Well, this
sort of
is
useless. Oh, and they do go for the aggression like you were saying. Moose does find one, but he gets traded out, and Moose is low HP, so already advantage AVI.
Slimy's up, backs up back towards lawn, and now mid's open because Philip had to make sure Moose didn't get run over. And I mean, gets a welcoming gift of his own as he leaves the bomb site. Jogan here probing mid, and he gets to doors here. So Philip could have a real nasty surprise close in his face, but
Is aware of it.
Philip
Is re-aggressing mid, actually.
yeah. Is Jogan aware of it?
I don't think you would ever clear close double doors here.
Well, if he goes through house, he would.
No,
Does
I don't
Philip
think.
find the time
Does
to go
Jogun
through?
clear this is the question.
He should. But we say
But
that a lot.
he doesn't
I
even
mean,
go in
okay,
mid.
and they're going B anyway. And
Yeah, it doesn't
Quattro's-
matter.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, Quattro
Well-
gets 2 on B, and it doesn't even matter.
so much for the mid dance when Quattro just runs in and kills both B anchors. And I mean,
I don't even.
HG's this is uphill fight.
Oh, this is desperation here because normally you shouldn't go for this. I would argue.
Yeah, I think
Like you want to actually keep those 2 guns because you can get 2 dropped over. This is weird. I don't agree with this call at all. I think HG should be saving here. But Moose trying to take the fight on a Jogun. We'll get damage. Drop down to 3 HP.
Okay.
Yeah, and gets traded out. Yeah, no, that's really bad for HG because you're giving up 11 rounds and you're not going to have a buy in the next. Like they could try to cobble something together in the next round if they had kept those 2 rifles, but not to be.
No. And I mean, Quattro with just a huge performance also shuts down Philipek on the long flank.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Just puts the team on his back that round, LeBron
Yeah.
style.
No, absolutely Lapuki style. Actually,
Lapuki style.
let's be
Let's
accurate
respect
with our
the
language
goat.
here. Yeah, let's respect the people that really make CSC what it is. And
Well,
shout out
HG
Quattro though, goated observer. We love Quattro here on the stream.
Okay.
Ooh, Slimy gets wrecked.
If
That's a
not
real
perfect-
filter too.
If Slimy wasn't already tilted, okay, well, because
Okay, good shit now. Quattro needs that kill, but they'll get him, right? Okay, they will.
okay, and, I
And
mean,
Zim
Philipek did
Zim gets
find-
the E-Box player, and the other 2 are in a long rotation, so this
I
should
mean,
be a
this
win.
probably shouldn't be a okay. Really?
Quattro. Just smoke it off. Smoke it off, get the bomb down. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Only 6 bullets for Quattro. Hopefully that shouldn't matter, but...
I mean, now that you've
Okay. Okay. Not a problem. Not worried about it. Alright, this would have to be something absolutely miraculous from HG for them to...
I wonder if Slimy brings the op mid because it does seem like the E-Box smoke is pretty consistent, and he's not been able to get a second player to help him blow it open.
And they're double opping here, you'll notice.
Yeah.
Moose has the op out too. So what are they gonna what are the opening duels that they're going for? Because the
They
problem
gotta
is
play
they've
like
never
pairs,
had
though.
this. Yeah, they've never had the sightline E-Box. So I wonder if they're gonna like try to boost over default on B. That's the only other sightline they have.
Oh, but Slimy wants that. How is that
That's-
a leg?
Yeah, that doesn't that felt like it was a body shot for sure. That's weird.
that could have been the perfect opening. That's finally what HG could have gotten, right? An opening duel onto Quattro, you know. And now you're back into a very passive B default, right, where Moose has this lawn angle onto B, but he's very vulnerable to getting execs down, right? Like if he gets smoked off, he's basically useless.
Yeah, and J-Mao is completely on an island, and I think this is like HG need to make some sort of an info play now.
And again, they're not contesting E-Box. AVI is going to walk in for free and be able to pressure J-Mao like with a ton of pressure. And if they smoke off Temple,
and Moose is rotating. J-Mao is solo. No. They don't have the read on this at all. Moose has to get around CT quickly. J-Mao is totally dead here. J-Mao's gone, and Moose can't get anything because CT is smoked off.
Yeah, it does find
They're going to throw a second smoke in CT. Like, Moose has no space here. This is an incredibly difficult retake.
But Philippek's on a fast flank. Can he win that fight? He can.
He does. Okay, that makes it doable because that applies some pressure. It's a 3v4.
Yeah.
HG can get out of this one.
Good.
Okay, Wu gets traded out. 2v3 now. Jogan gets killed. 2v1. Zim has to go huge here. Slimy versus Zim. Oh, it's so close.
When Zim finds it, that's the series, folks. That is the series. It will be
the Owls defeating the Marksmen to go to the finals. Wow. I mean, that was a fun series to cast. I had an excellent time. That was something to behold. I really did enjoy watching that series. Both teams really putting on a great show.
That was just the puggiest series ever, and I loved every second of it.
Oh, for sure. That was chaos Counter-Strike.
Yes, that was chaotic, muddy, greasy, like Brexit ball Counter-Strike. Just hold W, get it stuck in there, and just let your aim do the talking. And I mean, AVI came up big on the last two maps, right? Didn't let HG get to double digits on either. We talked up a ton on Anubis, right? 2-0, 70% round win percentage, right? Why would you pick a map that like, you know, or why would you pick against a map that like AVI knows HG doesn't play? That's why, right? That's why. Come in 6-6 on the CT side, you know, come in, dominate that pistol. Really only one round for HG on the bonus round of all things, right? And then every other gun round was a clean sweep out from AVI. It was just a really well played series from AVI, not letting Dust 2 get to them, right? Really bad first half on Dust 2. You fight through it, don't end up coming up with the map. That's okay. We know we're going to our home turf, Invert and in Anubis, and they've got themselves a spot in the finals up against a revitalized DRG squad.
Yeah, this is I wouldn't necessarily call it an upset because if you ask me, I think DRG were probably the favored team in that series, but you know, DRG will be making it to the finals and will be playing against AVI, so that's going to be a banger game. You can tune in for that next week Monday. Don't know if we'll be casting that. Who knows? But I'm sure it'll be a great game. But yeah, I mean, what really is there to say other than that was an absolutely beautiful W Key Fest, and it does look like we have.
Oh, let's go.
It does look like we have former U.S. President Barack Hussein Obama here for an interview.
That's absolutely right.
We can get him in here, and I'm sure that you know, Mr. President will have a lot of insights for us.
Have you heard my Obama impression?
No. Do you want to do it while the president is in here?
Mr. President, how are you?
Hello, my fellow citizens.
Yes, that was a very good win.
Thank you.
Okay, not gonna lie, the Starly like Barack impression sort of goes hard. I fuck with it.
Thank you, Rubai.
Okay, all right.
I'm here with my doppelganger, who just was absolutely crazy and unhinged on that CT side. Zim, my fellow citizen. Why would you push every round on CT?
Why would I push every round on CT? Well, here's one thing I learned about HG on the first match that we played them. They are super duper slow. Okay. What beats super duper slow? Super duper fast. And that's the formula.
And what would you have to say on the pistol round when you fed them a free kill in top mid?
I was told 0 mid. I believed my teammates, and I was not rewarded for it.
Bad info. Okay.
Yeah. Are you authorizing a congressional investigation into the poor information that your teammates gave you this series, or are you satisfied with the win?
I'll give him a pass. I'm satisfied with the win.
Okay.
Kiigu's not in anymore. Moose isn't in
True.
anymore. All the bad people, they're gone. We have
How does it
deported
feel- Are you
them
allowed
from
to say
finals.
that?
How does it feel? How does it feel to get a win over Moose when there's no anti-cheat? That has to be a good feeling, right?
It was
to,
a good
to get
feeling.
to beat Moose on his home turf where
was
he doesn't
definitely
have that
cheating.
pesky face it anti-cheat.
Yeah, he was definitely cheating on that first Dust 2 map, feeding his teammates information even.
Yeah,
It
for
was
sure.
very
It just felt like
disrespectful.
HG had all the right stacks, and it just didn't feel right to me. But on an actual note, like, what was the vibe coming out of that Dust 2, right? Because just an absolutely abysmal, um,
Well,
CT side 10-2, obviously, and then you start the comeback, get all the way down to 12-11, and then Moose, the cheating bastard that he is, gets a crazy like 2K through the smoke and wins the round. Like, what's the vibe
ridiculous.
coming out of that? Is it just like, yeah, we know we're better because that's a map that we stink at, or is it just like,
We did know we're better. That was their
okay,
map pick. They did destroy us before on it. Well, not destroy. It was super close last time too. We knew what would happen, but we did our best T side. But we knew we could shoot back.
okay,
You know,
okay,
my
okay.
my boy had to play with a new mouse. If he had his old mouse, I think we win it in two.
Ooh.
But
Okay,
That's the
see,
critical
you know,
context we lacked.
yeah, see, so Starly and I were talking about how it constantly felt like Am was buying, like, he was the support player because he was always on an MP9 or a FAMAS or a pistol or something like that. Was that the reason why he was buying such awful weaponry, or did he just feel like he needed to feed Jogan the guns?
here in AVI, we believe we're all shooters. We
Okay,
give our
okay,
teammates the confidence that we need to win.
okay.
In
Uh,
fact, that final round, we said, Yogan, you don't know Uto. Go do some stuff. And it worked out.
that's incredible. And Jogan had a crazy series too. I mean, like, was he hyping the comms at all, or was he just sort of cool the
We
whole way
were
through?
all hype in the
Okay,
comms.
okay. All right.
I don't mean it to be BM, but every time we open the scoreboard, we talked about Slimy.
Oh
Ooh,
man.
wow. Toxic. That's very
And yeah,
toxic.
on that final Vertigo round, we saw he had 100 damage, and we said, we're going to rush B. My response was, we can't risk the chance of him getting a second kill. Let's rush A instead. We
He
Didn't
did get a
you give
second
him?
kill.
Didn't
yeah.
you give him his
Yeah.
second kill?
No,
You
it
let him
was
back into the
Bingus.
game.
It was
Bingus get-
Bingus.
oh, my lord.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk. I'll talk to Bingus about that.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think Bingus already got dragged off to the basement. So
Yeah, I mean,
As you, I got the final kills for both our map wins. I think that means I have the most impact. Sorry, team. What can I
we'll
say?
let the stats
deserved.
figure that out.
Deserved.
But,
Yeah.
The
I mean, I'm sure
stats,
that.
the stats are a lie. You
Yeah.
can't believe
Oh.
the stats.
That's the thing, is that numbers don't really describe impact, right? Like, if we look at Am and Bingus, really we know that they're baiting frauds, and that
Exactly.
Lapuki is, carrying this team.
Lapuki is the GOAT. I gotta say, I love that guy. First season with him. Great player, great IGL, good vibes, good calls.
how many more seasons do you think Lapuki can keep it up?
Yeah, I
think
mean,
he
he's
can go-
40 right now.
Yeah, I think
Like,
he can
that's
like,
keep
do you think
going.
he's
He's
gonna
40.
Yeah, he's 40. Like, do you think he's gonna play long enough to get like Lapuki Jr. on AVI Prem? Or
I think he will keep going until he joins that Silver Sniper Squad or whatever, that senior team. I think he's going to
okay.
start IGLing
Okay.
for it.
Got it. All right. Does he have like a kid at all? Is he trying to get like his kid onto AVI Prem?
Lapuki's a mysterious guy, He doesn't say much about his personal life during the matches.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. I mean, look, we all love Lapuki here. He's a regular observer for us in the cast, so nothing but love for Quattro. But the last question is, your finals matchup is going to be against DRG, obviously a newly revitalized DRG because they made some pretty big adjustments mid-season because of some PFA conversions. So what are your thoughts on that team, and how do you think you'll fare in that matchup?
I think they can shoot, but if they have like even two dudes that aren't up to the task on the day, I think they will be losing.
Okay. All right. We'll write that down, quote it.
yeah,
If
well,
AVI
Don't quote it.
loses, we'll
Yeah.
quote it. Yep, that's
we're
that's one for the
plastering it
record
in.
books. Yep.
Yeah. Well, Mr.
Okay.
President, congratulations on your first playoff win. So
Oh, it is my first playoff.
yeah,
It is your
that's
first. We were
exactly what-
talking about that
Yep,
at the start
yep,
of the cast. We were like,
yep.
4 seasons. This could be
Yeah.
Zim's first playoff win.
Yeah, well,
We
that's
take
the
those.
power. That's the power of Obamacare.
I don't think
Exactly.
Obamacare had anything to do with it. I think they're
No, I mean,
Obamacare had everything to do with it.
Yeah,
I don't.
so
I
It's
feel like
what
they're
gave
like
me.
two entirely separate concepts.
no, I think Rubi's being a hater.
All right,
You
whatever.
are
You
being a
know, you
hater.
got me. You got me.
Yeah.
That's fine.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on, Sim. Yeah, good luck next Monday.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Okay. Well, I can go back to my normal voice now. Thank God for that.
Yeah, that was lovely. We accomplished a whole lot there.
Throughout the entire night, I think.
Yeah. No.
Somehow, I maintained more sanity across the entire series than I did the first game when I had to watch Dust 2 go into overtime. When I was watching
Ooh.
like UPS, I think it was like UPS Sav Elite. So thank you to the Premier tier for not.
Thank you to the gamers out there that didn't let it go to OT.
Yeah, yeah.
On a side note, shout out to Sav up.
Yeah,
Always
Sav up.
Sav up.
We have no choice.
We have no choice but to Sav up.
But to Sav up. That's exactly
We love
right.
Sav. All right, nothing but love for Sav on the cast here.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, that's gonna be it for tonight. I don't think we have much else to cover unless you have something to say, Starly.
I mean, I just wanted to thank you. I wanted to thank Cam, man.
Yeah, of course. Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Starly. Thanks, Cameron, for observing. This was a lovely night. The night well spent. Thank you for
Am I
allowing
allowed
me
to
to
leak more or
cast.
no?
A leak what? What are you leaking?
I mean, we might be back tomorrow.
Ooh, true. Yeah, you might see
wanna
us
drop
tomorrow.
dude,
Tomorrow.
Dude, you should drop the name you gave us.
What
You
name?
came up with that shit. Drop it.
Starly Yacht.
Dude, Starly Yacht, bro. We'll be
Yeah, I
back
mean,
tomorrow.
Starly Yacht might be returning for a cast tomorrow, so be
Might
prepared
be.
for that. If you
Might be
enjoyed
one
the
of-
stream, come tune in tomorrow. Most of you will probably be playing because it will be a Tuesday. But if
I mean, if it's not your game, you can pull up the stream on the second monitor and then play
yeah,
your game.
exactly. It's not against the rules.
But like, if you're playing in it, like, don't do that.
Yeah, that this
Right,
is
like-
an official recommendation. Do not look at the stream while you are playing the game.
Yeah.
Nothing but
mean-
love here from the stream, though. We love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We will be seeing you tomorrow to, I don't know what tier we're going to be casting. It will probably be Challenger or Recruit because those are the two tiers. Oh, and also Elite. Either Challenger, Recruit, or Elite because those are the tiers that have playoffs. So stay tuned for when we put an announcement tomorrow. Thanks everybody for tuning into the cast tonight. We had a lovely time here, and we hope that you enjoyed yourselves as well. This will be Ruby Yacht and Starly signing off for the night. And once again, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye.